Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from Bob Otulski Field here on the campus of Mishawaka Marian High School. The Regional Radio Sports Networks brings you Marian Knights football tonight. The Marian Knights, coming in with a record of 2-3, 2-1 in the Northern Indiana Conference, welcomes the South Bend Washington Panthers, 0-5 overall and 0-3 in the NIC. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. J.P. Gilbert, Mike Rock, my broadcast partner, is with me tonight, as well as Liz Hoosier upstairs. The Knights coming off a 24-7 loss at Freed Field. It has been a house of horrors for opposing teams to go into Penn High School and try to get a win, but Marian had their opportunities to come out with a win, unfortunately fell short. And on the flip side, South Bend Washington came away with a 27-20 defeat at the hands of South Bend Riley last week. And Coach had a week off after that St. Joe game where the Indians fell to these Marian Knights 27-0. What are some of the things that you saw in that game that really gave Marian the edge?
Their defense was solid in that game, creating turnovers and scoring points off of those turnovers. Very solid pass defense against St. Joe 2 weeks ago, and also very solid run defense. I believe St. Joe had less than 10 net yards rushing in that game.
Washington, of course, coming off the 27-20 loss to South Bend Riley. Coach, this is a team, 196 points allowed in those 5 contests coming in tonight. But this is a team that does not give up no matter what the score is.
I can appreciate effort, the way Washington plays. They may not be able to stop their opponent from scoring that often, but at least they are out there trying, learning, and wanting to stop their opponent. They're not giving up. They're not hanging their heads. They keep fighting, tackling, and they keep building, not only for this season, but also they're building for seasons to come.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the United States Marine Corps, the few, the proud, the Marines, the Ronald McDonald House, the Laborers International Union of North America, Beef O'Brady's, McDonald Physical Therapy, Troy Gill, JMO Packaging, Hoosier Spring Company, Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, and Harrison Sons Construction. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll go one-on-one with Jay Johnson, the head coach of the Washington Panthers, and listen to him as if he's a philosophy major. He's a very, very, very well-educated human being that we got a chance to talk to. We'll talk to him right after this break.
Did you know there's a place right here in Michiana that provides comfort and care for families of sick or injured children? Ronald McDonald House Charities of Michiana gives families everything they need, whether it's a hot shower, a comfortable bed, or a home-cooked meal. This allows parents to truly prioritize the health and well-being of their child. Because of people in this community just like you, RMHC Michiana provides their services at zero cost to the families. Find out how you can volunteer or donate to rmhcmichiana.org.
The fighting spirit of the Marine Corps is born of battles won. Battles won within, over enemies of fear, enemies of doubt. It's who we are. It's what we do. It's a promise made to you for more than 2 centuries. A promise of the Marines.
With Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, our online banking and mobile app are like having a branch at your fingertips, with everything you need to manage your account 24/7. Enjoy better banking when and where you want it. Features include bill pay, money transfer, budgeting, early payday program, and much more. Head to NotreDameFCU.com to learn more and get $200 when you add a direct deposit.
Welcome back to the Regional Radio Sports Network's coverage of Marian Knights football. Joined pregame by the head coach of the South Bend Washington Panthers, Jay Johnson. And Coach, let's go back a week ago, 27-20 against Riley. What are some of the things that your coaching staff liked about that game, or some of the things you disliked, even though you guys fell by a touchdown?
It's never, a loss is never something you really like, but I feel like we learned from it, so that's the plus. with any situation where you fall behind early, it's always great to see the fight. It's always great to see the drive and like kind of dig in and head down and grind and work our way back into the game with an opportunity to win it, with that possession in the fourth quarter. So, those are all things that, we love to see. That's a great testament to the growth of our guys. And then I think the level of buy-in is starting to change. The level of commitment is starting to change. So, those are all great things that you want to see progressing through the season. Granted, you want to start off and win games and all this other stuff. But like, if you're readjusting the culture, these are some of the things that you kind of gotta, kind of flow with as it comes, and then acknowledge, the positives and where we're growing and getting better at.
Speaking of environment and development, you got a lot of juniors and seniors, especially on the offensive side of the ball. We'll go there first. But what are you hoping that your offensive side of the ball begins to teach your younger group as they come through the ranks at Washington?
I think the biggest thing is just like how to win and how to compete consistently every play. We have our sparks. We'll make plays here and there, and then we'll drop the ball or we'll jump off sides or we'll have a bad snap. So, like, these are the things that, we're having to try to coach through. And also, like, teach our younger guys, like, hey, these are things that happen, but these shouldn't be the norm. So we're trying to reestablish, what they view as the normal offense. We want to be, averaging 21, 28, 35 points, those type things, and we have those conversations. So, it's just a matter of, again, getting to a point where collectively as an offense, we can execute at a level to attain those goals.
You got the same amount of experience on the defensive side of the ball, although you got a couple sophomores that you're going to play tonight. In talking with Tanner Camp, who did the Penn-Washington game a couple weeks ago, he was impressed with just the will that your kids just did not give up, no matter what the score was. But what does that show you guys, the coaching staff, when you guys see your defense out there competing nonstop from the opening kickoff to the final buzzer, no matter what the score is?
I mean, it kind of validates, the things that we say, the things that we're trying to teach and the things that we're trying to build. Just because, they're kids and, maybe they are listening, maybe they are paying attention, maybe it is starting to take hold, so like those are the things that excite me as a head coach, and I know my staff is elated just to see, guys compete. Because, last year that was an issue, just competing. So now, we're checking some boxes as we go through and progressing through these seasons and these games. But, it's the growth, and it's the process that nobody really likes to be in, but it's necessary to get to the product that you want at the end. So like, and we talk, and again, like these are all conversations we openly have with the kids of, this is where we are, this is where we're trying to get, and we're steadily moving towards that mark. But along the way, we got to figure out how to string together plays, string together stops, put some wins on the win column, and then we go from there.
I think when you're done coaching, I think philosophy is going to be in your future, my friend. The NIC went through kind of a radical realignment this year. We lost 4 teams to other conferences, but this conference is strong. It's one of the strongest in the state. How does this prepare your squad for the state tournament coming up in just a few weeks?
Like, these games are, I don't want to say practice for postseason, but with the rules and the way things are, they kind of turn into practice. I mean, there have been teams that went 0 and whatever, not to saying that we want to do that, and they've been down in Indy playing for state championships and won state championships. So everybody has an opportunity. It's just a matter of, again, having these things start to take hold, and then we become the team that we wanted to be week 1, week 6, 7, 8, 9, going into postseason, and then you kind of just see what happens. So, the conference is definitely a gauntlet. And I wouldn't want it any other way. Like, to be the best, you gotta compete and you gotta beat the best. So that's just where my mindset is, and I hope they're picking up on that. So we'll learn from these and get stronger, and then next year we got the same schedule, so we'll see what happens.
The NIC schedule continues. You come here to Otulski Field to take on Marian. What do you see that they do on film that could kind of give you guys something to struggle with? But on the flip side, what are some of the things that they do that you can exploit and come out of here with a victory?
I mean, they have a strong senior class. I was here with a lot of these guys when they got here as freshmen, so I know them pretty well, and they've stayed the course. So like they're starting to see the fruits of their labor of freshman year, kind of going through it and then learning and progressing the senior year. So, I mean, they run the ball well. They have great ways and systems to kind of get the ball to Brooks. They'll get the ball to Deuce. They'll get the ball to Jack. So like they have some weapons, and they're still in the process, I think, of trying to figure out how to get everybody the ball because there's only one. But those are all viable pieces of their offense that you have to know where they are, and you have to make sure you're paying attention and make sure you're locked in on what you need to be doing to execute against that offense. So I think it also puts us in a position where we can make some plays with our secondary because they're going to throw the ball around a little bit, and we can shoot some gaps and do some different things on defense to try to beat them to the punch, so to speak, when they're pulling and things like that. So I think it kind of it's the ebb and flow and the chess game of football, where hopefully we're moving our knights and rooks in the right spots, to get to the point where we can kind of stifle some of the offense and get the ball back for us more times than not.
Again, philosophy. Once your coaching career is over, my friend. Thank you so much for this. Hey, good luck tonight and good luck the rest of the season.
Appreciate it.
We'll be back with more right here on the Regional Radio Sports Network.
J Mill Packaging is celebrating 50 years in business as the area's premier box manufacturing company. The DeRoe family is committed to leading J Mill Packaging as a world-class organization through innovative corrugated solutions and helping people win. At J Mill Packaging, everybody matters. Let's go, Knight Nation.
Welcome back to Regional Radio Sports Network's coverage of Marian Knights football. Joined pregame by Mike Davidson, the head coach of the Marian Knights football team. Let's go back to a week ago against Penn. Despite the loss, what are some of the things you guys liked or disliked about your squad?
Like the fact that you take away an opening fumble, you take away a big play, and you take away a drive that we had three 15-yard penalties that aided them to a touchdown. You take that away, and it's a one-score game. Our guys fought like heck, and I really love seeing that. But we got to clean up the penalties, and we can't turn the ball over.
We've talked so many times over the course of the year about all the weapons you have on offense, but we're going to go into the trenches. We're going to talk about your offense and your defensive lines. First, the offensive line. A lot of juniors on that offensive line, but they seem to be gelling week to week. What have you seen that keeps this group together, and what have you liked about it so far this year?
Yeah, I've been pleased. We lost John Dubash. He's out for the year with an ACL, and Gio Garcia's been down the last couple of weeks. I think he's going to be back next week, hopefully. But stepping in, JP Shue and a combination of Caden Lee and Cam Clark have really stepped up their game. And I think Mark Warbington's done a better job of a leadership role. And one of the guys that stood out on film offensively in the second half last week, and I challenged our offensive line at halftime because we were getting our tails whooped pretty good. And Doran Brooks really showed at right tackle what he's capable of. So I think sometimes these guys don't realize that, and it's our job as coaches to really point that out and get them to believe that they are capable of going up against some of the best, because they are some of the best as well.
Your defensive side of the ball, you got 11 guys that you can just throw out there, and any one of them can make a play at a given time. But what does that show about just the kind of quality of players that you guys can put out there, but also the depth that you guys can put out? Because you can roll any kind of combination of defensive players, and it seems like one of them comes up with something huge.
Kudos to our coaching staff. I mean, we took our lumps the last couple of years, but developing these guys, and it's not an overnight thing. But when you got that many guys with that much experience, I think it makes life a little bit easier to trust that they're going to be doing what they're doing. But I think that the thing that I've noticed more so this year at practice and certainly in games then, because you can't play defense without communicating, especially pre-snap. And you got really at all three levels, guys are communicating back and forth to one another and amongst one another within a given level. And when you do that, you got a shot.
I asked Jay the same question. NIC is a gauntlet from top to bottom. It doesn't matter who you play or where you play, but it just seems like every matchup in the NIC has the tendency of being a tough matchup. How does this conference prepare you guys for the postseason, though? Yeah,
postseason-wise, we're going up, against bigger, just number of like number of kids in the schools, and also size-wise. I mean, I don't know that we'll face a as physical of an opponent as we face in Mishawaka. I don't know that we'll face as athletic of teams that we'll face when you look at Adams and these guys. Washington, Penn they got the third fastest kid in the state running a quarterback. I mean, I think across the board you're challenged, and assuming health, you're setting yourself up to withstand anything that you're going to see in the postseason run at 3A at least.
I'll get you out of here on this. Jay brings his Washington Panthers in here. They're 0-5, but they're not done competing. They compete every play, and they compete very hard. But what do they do on film that you guys could probably exploit? But what are some of the things that they do that could cause your squad some problems?
Their speed is a problem. They got some athletes that run around really well, both offensively and defensively. At the second level, particularly linebacker level, defensively, I think they do a really good job of getting halves of the ball. For us, it comes back to what we did so poorly last week, and that's a credit to Penn and what they did on both sides of the ball. We did not execute well, and we've got to execute. We've got to take advantage of those opportunities that we failed to do so last week, and I think we failed to do so against St. Joe at times as well. So when we do that, we're a pretty tough team to beat, but when we don't do it enough, you see what happens.
As always, thank you for your time. Thank you for doing this.
Amen. God bless.
Beef O'Brady's in Granger now features Burger Mondays. Enjoy a fresh Angus burger with lettuce, tomato, pickles, onions, and mayo, plus fries for just $7.99. Beef's also has award-winning wings, salads, and wraps located at State Road 23 and Bittersweet. They also have dine-in and carry-out service available and are open for lunch at 11 a.m. 7 days a week. For more information, the website's www.beefobradys.com or call 574-271-1415. Beef O'Brady's, good food, good sports. As we're back here at Otulski Field, we're going to send it over for our national anthem and our opening prayer.
The prayer's at 6:57.
Ladies and gentlemen, can you feel the excitement in the air?
Since its founding in 1954, Hoosier Spring Company has developed into one of the world's leading manufacturers of custom springs for the aerospace, military, and commercial sectors. 3 generations of the South Lentic and Nitz families have demonstrated their commitment to Catholic education by providing tuition assistance to numerous students attending area Catholic schools and by providing financial assistance to other numerous Catholic school initiatives. Go Knights! Back here at Otulski Field in our pregame before the Knights and the Panthers take the field. J.P. Gilbert along with Coach Mike Rock and Liz Hoosier upstairs giving you all the pictures and descriptions of tonight's game. We'll go over the starting lineups for both teams. First, the offense for your Marian Knights. The offensive line, 4 juniors and a senior to start. It'll be Prescott Horvath, the left tackle, 6'8", 297, and a junior. Caden Lee, 6'1", 273 and a junior. Preston Shue, 5'8", 254 and a junior. Mark Warbington, the right guard, 5'10", 254 and a senior. And Doran Brooks, 6'1", 236 and a junior. Horvath, Lee, Shue, Warbington, and Brooks, the 5 Hogs up front for Mike Davidson's crew. The 2 men in the backfield, Aiden Hansen, 5'10", 177 and a senior. Brian Osmond, he's the workhorse, 5'5", 150, has already carried for 443 yards in the first 5 games of the season. Plenty of weapons for quarterback Lucas Marr, 5'10", 178 junior. He's 45 of 93, 548 yards, and 4 touchdowns along with 5 picks. He's got Jack DeRoll on his right, 6'1", 168-pound senior. He's got Deuce Owens on his left, 6'1", 200-pound senior, 17 receptions, 194 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And he's also got Braxton Brooks, 5'10", 189 pounds, and a senior. So Hansen and Osmond in the backfield with Marr and DeRoll, Owens, and Brooks, the 3 wideouts for the Knights. Panthers defense, a front 4. They'll play a 4-3 defense for Coach Jay Johnson. It'll be Donald Lee, 6'2", 215 and a senior. Jalil Neely, 6 foot, 195 and a junior. Tristan McCall, 6 foot, 220 and a junior. And Antoine Kyle, 6 foot, 225 and a senior. Lee, Neely, McCall, and Kyle, the front 4 for the Panther defense. David Ingram, the linebacker, 5'10", 175 pounds and a senior. And then the Verse kids, Bryce, 5'10", 195-pound junior. He'll be in the middle. And Kelton Verse, 5'10", 180 and a senior, will be on the outside to the right. Ingram, Verse, and Verse, the 3 linebackers. Secondary for Jay Johnson, it'll be Jaden Lineberry, 5'11", 170 and a junior at the left corner. Legend Sutton, 5'11", 150 and a junior at the right corner. And the safeties, number 1, Nashawn Ward, 5'11", 175 senior. And James Morris, the lone player on the defense that's not a junior or senior, 5'10", 150 and a sophomore. It'll be Lineberry, Sutton the corners, Ward, Morris, the safeties. We'll flip the card over. We'll send it over to Mike Rock for the offense for the Washington Panthers.
All right. Taking the snap each time is number 18, Gabe Weber, 5'11", 155 pounds and a senior. His receivers for tonight are number 1, Nashawn Ward, 5'11", 175 pounds and a senior. Number 5, Xavier Walker, 6'2", and a senior. And Jaden Lindberry, 5'11", 170 pounds and a junior. And running the ball for the Panthers tonight is number 7, Kelton Verse, 5'10", 180 pounds and a senior. And the lineman up front touching the ball every time. Center, number 50, David Ingram, 5'10", 175 pounds and a senior. And to his right, right guard, number 55, Tristan McCall, 6 feet, 220 pounds and a junior. And number 10, Antoine Kyle, 6 feet, 225 pounds and a senior. To his left, number 51, Jalil Neely, 6 feet, 195 pounds and a junior. And number 57 at left tackle, Elijah Lax, 6 feet 1, 245 pounds and a junior. And if those names sound familiar to you, as JP mentioned on offense, a lot of Washington's players play both ways tonight. And the defense for the Marian Knights up front, number 99, Caleb Johnson, scored an interception for a touchdown 2 weeks ago against St. Joe. Number 51, Seth Kaziter, 6'1", 207 pounds and a junior. Seems like he's always chasing down the quarterback. Number 50, Eric Logan, 6 feet, 252 pounds and a senior. He has 41 tackles and 9 tackles for loss. And at left end, number 63, Isaac Walton, 6'1", 210 pounds and a junior, and he has 6 tackles. So playing on the defensive line tonight, we have Johnson, Crusader, Logan, and Walton. The linebackers for the Knights tonight, we have number 34, Nicholas Quiet, 5 feet 11 inches, 184 pounds and a senior. He has 16 tackles. And the man in the middle, number 0, Joseph Boone, 5 feet 10 inches, 216 pounds and a senior, 43 tackles, 4 tackles for loss and a safety. Number 22, Lucas Primrose, also the kicker, 5 feet 8 inches, 179 pounds and a senior, 22 tackles, 4 tackles for loss. So your linebackers are Quiet, Boone, and Primrose. And the secondary, we have number 4, Quinn Roan, 5 feet 11 inches, 160 pounds and a senior. He has 28 tackles. And playing safety, number 6, Braden Smith, 6 feet 1 inch, 200 pounds senior, 57 tackles, 2 interceptions. Playing the other safety, number 9, Mitch Fimble, 5'11", 168 pounds and a junior. He has 10 tackles. He is also the backup quarterback for the Knights. He may see action at any moment for the Knights at quarterback. And number 26, your left corner, Cooper Suth, 5 feet 7, 141 pounds and a senior, and he has 21 tackles.
Go around the NIC before we get our opening prayer for tonight's contest. All 8 teams in conference play tonight. Elkhart is at St. Joseph. The Lions at 3-0, 4-1 overall. The Huskies 2-1, 3-2 overall. Penn is at School Field. They'll take on the Adams Eagles. Penn is 3-0 in the conference. Adams 0-3. Riley at New Prairie 1-2, 1-2, and Washington at Marian.
God our Father, we gather here in your name and ask the Holy Spirit to be with us. We are thankful for the many blessings and gifts you have bestowed upon all your sons and daughters. Most of all, we are thankful today for the gift of our bodies and minds, that in our activities we may use them to give greater glory to you, who love us above all things. Through the intercession of Mary and all the saints, may we be protected from all harm and inspired to follow the path of holiness day in and day out. We ask this in the name of Jesus, your Son, our Lord. Amen. In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen.
We'll also go around the state with some big games, and of course, Mother Nature has her hand in rescheduling everything. She is an athletic director's nightmare. The best game of the weekend was going to take place down in Indianapolis. It would have been 6A number 1 Brownsburg against number 2 Westfield. That game postponed till Saturday, and there are a plethora of postponements till Saturday. Number 8 in 6A HSE against number 17 Zionsville. Lawrence North Ben Davis, Plainfield and Decatur Central, battle of 2 5A powerhouses. Whiteland and Martinsville, Castle and Evansville Wrights, Gibson Southern at Heritage Hills. All those games scrapped off the schedule tonight. They'll play those tomorrow. Games as of right now that are still going on or will be played tonight, unless we hear otherwise. Crown Point at Valparaiso. Paul Condry and crew made the trip to Valparaiso for that one. It's Fort Wayne Snyder and Homestead down in the Summit City. East Central takes on a very much improved 5-0 South Dearborn team. They are 17th in 3A. New Palestine, number 1 team in 4A. They're taking on number 5 Greenfield Central. Indianapolis Chatard, 3 in 4A, taking on the Catholic rival number 8 Guerin Catholic. The Golden Eagles trying to rebound from that 69-62 matchup against the Brebeuf Jesuit Braves a couple weeks ago. Brebeuf and Roncalli are set to square off. The Braves, number 7. The Royals are 12th in 4A. Lawrenceburg at Batesville, battle of 2 3A heavyweights. West Noble and Garrett. How about the job that Chris DePue is doing over with the Garrett Railroaders? They are undefeated and 13th in 3A. And Monty Mahorder's group is also undefeated in 3A. One of those teams sure to bounce up into the top 10 after this weekend is over. And the big one in the area, number 1 North Judson travels to Bourbon to take on number 6 Triton. Battle of 2 top 10 teams. North Judson has been our preseason pick to make it to Indianapolis for the state championship, but they're going to face their stiffest test when it comes to the Triton Trojans. And, Coach, final thoughts as both teams have their captains getting to the line. We've seen when Marian is clicking, they're an awfully tough team to stop. But again, as Coach Davidson made mention in the pregame, speed is going to be the factor. So it's going to be up to that defense of Marian to slow this speed down as soon as they can.
Right. The defense will have to play disciplined football tonight. Do what they have been coached. Focus on attacking the football instead of chasing misdirection. And tonight's officials, we have Rod Morgan, we have August Frieda, Ray Otis, Timothy Gruger, and Philip LeMasters.
As the two teams get their captains at midfield for the coin toss here in tonight's game. The Knights will be wearing the home blue with the white trim, numbers in gigantic white font on the front and back of the uniforms. Washington and their away whites with the numbers in the green. The numbers, easy on the eyes. That's the only thing we can ask for as a broadcasting tandem.
Yeah.
As long as the numbers are big enough to read, we're in good shape.
These numbers are much easier to read than the numbers of the St. Joe Huskies.
That was extremely difficult to read, especially the longer the night went on. So the coin toss has gone. It's time for both teams to stop talking. We're going to get on to the action here at Otulski Field between the Knights and the Panthers. The Knights hoping that they can stick around in the NIC title race. They are a game behind Elkhart and Penn. And they take on New Prairie next week here at Otulski Field. Washington trying to get their first win of the 2024 campaign. 71 degrees on a day that has been off and on with the wind picking up, dying down, picking up, dying down. And hopefully Mother Nature will allow us to play some football here in Mishawaka. Washington with the toss, they will kick. And Lineberry will let it go. Braxton Brooks deep. And it'll be at the 10 to the 15 to the 20 to the 25 to the 30. Still on his feet as he cuts back in
Still
to
on
the
his
40
feet.
as he moves to the 43 down to about the 44-yard line. So Brooks with a 35-yard return on the opening kickoff, and that's where the Knights will take over. 1st and 10 as the officiating crew trying to figure out the right spot. It'll be at the 45, and that's where Lucas Marr will bring his squad to the line of scrimmage. So Marr with an empty backfield.
I think that's Mitch Fimble.
Oh, it is
Fimble.
As the snap comes down, and Brooks goes right to the 50. He makes one man miss, cuts back inside. He's to the 45, down to the 40, and he'll be brought down. And it'll be a first down after Brooks. It'll be a 22-yard pickup. Well, they're going to give him 26, and it'll be a first down for the Knights.
This Marian Knight first down is brought to you by J Mill Packaging and the DeRoll family.
As Fimble calls his own number, gets a stiff arm, and then is wrapped up.
Mitch Fimble on the keeper.
So Fimble getting the starting nod over Lucas Marr. And there is an injured Panther on the play. Be a timeout on the field.
Looks like number 7 for the Panthers, Kelton Verse. Boy, if they lose one player, it's like losing 2 because most of their players go both ways.
Verse will see some time as a running back for Coach Johnson's squad, and that'll bring in Antonio Olivares, the 5'10", 150-pound senior. So Fimble with no gain. He'll hand it off. He'll pitch it to Osmond. Osmond to the 30, down to the 25, still on his feet. And he will have enough for a first down.
That's another 15 yards.
As the official is going to call a timeout so the chain gang can officially move. I was going to say, we thought he had it from here.
Oh, he easily had a first down.
A 16-yard pickup.
That's 2 rushes for 41 yards already.
So Fimble.
Empty backfield.
He's got the spread. He's got 2 on each side. He'll send Osmond in motion behind him. Fimble. High snap. Pitches to Osmond to the left. And he's going to get wrapped, but he's going to peel away. He's going to get a block here on the near side. He's going to head for the end zone. He's in for the touchdown.
On that play, or on that drive, it was all Osmond. 3 rushes for 57 yards and a touchdown.
But a block in the back is going to take that touchdown off the board.
Well, that happens sometimes when the running back starts in one direction, then peels into the opposite direction. Offensive linemen are in the wrong position. And instead, they think they're blocking in front, and then they have to block in the other direction, which puts them in the back.
So that'll wipe the touchdown clean. It's now at the Marian 22. So Fimble with Brooks in motion. Fakes the handoff, instead gives it to Osmond, the up man. He'll get past the 20, and forward progress going to be stopped.
About a gain of 5 yards.
As the official is going to call a timeout. 3-yard pickup for Osmond.
Timeouts are brought to you by Troy Gill with Health Markets Insurance Agency. Call Troy with all your life, health, and Medicare needs at 574-360-0791. That's 574-360-0791.
2nd and 12, minute and a half into the contest. Fimble in the shotgun. He's got 2 to each side. He's going to let it fly. It's tipped at the last second by Kelton Verse.
Nice play by Kelton Verse. Broke on the ball. Saw the play coming, broke on the ball, had 1 paw on it, almost 2.
Broken up by Kelton Verse.
So the incomplete pass is going to bring up 3rd down and 12 from the 19-yard line. Fimble trips to the left. He's going to roll out to the left, fires it. It's caught by Brooks. He's going to get close to the first down. This is the officials going to call a timeout. We're going to see where they're going to spot the ball.
Oh,
It's close.
no, he's
They're going to say he's going to be just short. Nope, and they're going to say he got it. So first down on the completion. And quickly, Osmond tries to bounce it outside, but he's going to be wrapped up and taken down.
that was Bryce Verse.
Came up out of the linebacker position.
That was a solid tackle.
Going to say no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 10.
It's another
Now
pass
Fimble,
play.
back to pass. He's going to fire it over the middle, complete to Deuce Owens for the touchdown.
That was a nice slant play by Deuce Owens. Ran 3-4 yards down the field, then cut in the direction of the goalpost. Nice catch and walked into the end zone. Excellent protection by the offensive line.
As Lucas Primrose on to kick the extra point. Snap down, Fimble with the hold, and the kick is heading east towards Elkhart. And the kick is good, and it'll be 7-0. The score, Marian on top.
That touchdown brought to you by Troy Gill with Health Markets Insurance Agency. Call Troy with all your life, health, and Medicare needs at 574-360-0791. We may be reading that ad a lot tonight.
So 7-0, the Knights lead it. The Knights go 55 yards in 8 plays. Finished off with a 10-yard touchdown pass. Fimble to Deuce Owens.
Touchdown pass from Mitch Fimble to Deuce Owens.
Yeah, on that drive, Mitch Fimble was 1 for 3, 22 yards, passing yards, 1 touchdown.
So the Knights will kick it off as Lucas Primrose set to kick.
For the Panthers, Ward.
And that kick end over end, and
Into
Ward
the end
is
zone.
going to let that go into the end zone.
Kick on to the end zone.
Boy, as a special teams coach, I love it when my kicker can kick the ball into the end zone for a touchback.
From their own 20.
So Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And this will be our first look at this experienced offense that Coach Jay Johnson has put on the field. All juniors and seniors. And it'll be led by center David Ingram, 5'10", $175, and a senior. He'll be snapping to Gabe Weber. So Tyron Reed in the backfield, 5'10", 180 pounds. Weber's going to pitch it right off to Ward. He'll go off the right side.
Fumble.
And the ball is loose and it's fumbled. And they're going to...
Tyron Reed on the carry. Fumble on the play.
Not sure why the whistle blew there.
And that's exactly what the Marian coaching staff upstairs above us is saying.
That was a hit, fumble, scoop, and score.
And
All right.
But instead,
Washington will make it 2nd down and 10.
They're going to say no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10. Weber in the shotgun. He's got 2 to his left, 1 to his right. Ward, Reed in the backfield. And there's going to be a false start on the Panthers.
Yeah, there is a flag on the field. But Washington just needs to settle, take a deep breath, focus on just running one play with a positive result here. Just take a deep breath.
So false start. Backs him up.
Oh,
Now a shotgun. Pass is complete here to the near side. And making the catch is Xavier Walker. But he is going to be wrestled to the turf.
like Cooper South, number 26. That was excellent defense by the Knights. It was a quick pass to the sideline. 2 Knights were there to make a quick tackle. Very nice play. You got 3rd down and 18.
So a loss of 3 on the play. We'll bring up 3rd down.
Ball back to the 18. It's 3rd down and 12.
They're going to say 12 for the Panthers. 2 to the left, 1 to the right for Weber. 5-step drop, going to throw it and in and out of the hands of Reed. Incomplete. And they will go 3 and out on their first drive.
A strong defense there by the Knights. -2 yards on that drive. for the Panthers.
The Lord said, let there be light, and there is light here in the press box.
Should be Braxton Brooks returning the kick.
And
Elijah Young on to punt.
Elijah Young will be doing the punting. We had Lineberry as the punter. And the punt goes end over end. Takes a Washington bounce. Brooks picks it up. Trying to make the first man miss. And he is going to get stopped.
He's
and then
still
he's
on
going
his
to keep
feet.
going. And he's going to get pulled down.
Braxton Brooks on
Nashawn Ward with the tackle. And with 7:30 to go here in the first quarter, the Knights will have the ball at about the 42, 43-yard line.
Number 7, Kelton Verse for the Panthers was in on that tackle too. We've called his name a few times already in this game. He had a nice pass defense play near the goal line, and now a nice tackle here on special teams. And Brooks on that return actually lost about 4 yards, trying to make something happen.
So we flip the lineup card over. Mitch Fimble in at quarterback. He's got Osmond in the backfield. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. He'll hand it off to Osmond. Osmond to the 50, still on his feet to the 45. He'll have enough for a first down for the Knights.
Brian Osmond on the carry.
According to my records or my stats tonight, that is his 5th rush of the evening, and he's already gone for 60 yards, and we're not even halfway through the first quarter.
It'll be a 12-yard pickup. First down for Osmond.
First down.
Now Fimble, this time with Hansen in motion, is going to hand it off to Osmond again. He's going to get to the 40, down to about the 37, 36. They're going to give him 6 on the carry. It'll be 2nd and 4 from the 39 with the Knights up 7-0.
You know, Osmond's not doing that all by himself. He has Prescott Horvath, Caden Lee, Preston Shue, Mark Warrington, and Doran Brooks paving the way, the offensive line for the Marian Knights.
We talked with Coach Davidson in the pregame just about how that offensive line, I don't think they get enough credit for the job they've done. Fimble with the option pitch to Osmond. He'll have enough for the first down.
Osmond on the carry.
Now, I haven't seen all of Marion's plays this year, but that is the first time that I have seen them run an option left. Fake the dive and then run option left.
So we're going to
that first down.
Be a 7-yard pickup for a first down.
This Marian Knight first down is brought to you by J Mill Packaging and the DeRoll family.
So the Knights continuing to march down the field, up already by a score. Fimble, quick drop, going to go over the top. He's got a man covered, and it goes incomplete. Jaden Lineberry, the corner on the coverage,
And
trying to find Deuce Owens on the pass.
That was really a nice defensive play by Nashawn Ward. Timed the jump perfectly and knocked the ball to the ground. Also, he had nice coverage on that play. He was in between, or Owens was in between the sideline and Nashawn. Wasn't much room for Deuce to make a catch there.
Fimble 2 for 4 here in the early going.
Got trips right.
He's going to hand it off to Osmond. He's going to get to the 35, to the 30, down to the 25.
Why not? That's been their best play tonight.
And a man down in the backfield.
We have timeout for an injured Knight.
Well, this Marian Knight first down is brought to you by J Mill Packaging and the DeRoll family.
We're going to step aside. The Knights lead at 7-0 here on the Regional Radio Sports Network.
Down 3, 2, 1.
Notre Dame Federal Credit Union is proud to partner with Marian High School. As a supporter of the Knights, you are eligible for a Notre Dame FCU membership. Open an account and request an Elevate debit or credit card, directing 1% of all purchases right back to Marian High School. Head to NotreDameFCU.com/elevate to support Catholic education and help offset the cost of a student's tuition.
So an 11-yard pickup out of the break for Osman. The clock running, under 5.5 to go here in the first quarter. Knights up 7-zip. Thimble with a man in motion. Couple step drop back. He's going to fire it complete, and hit right away was Brooks, trying to go from the right to the left. And he is finally going to be gang tackled to the ground by a swarm of Panthers.
Braxton Brooks on the reception.
This Marian Knight first down is brought to you by J-Mill Packaging and the DeRoll family.
Gain of 9 on the play.
So they're going to give him.
They're only going to give him 9.
They're going to give him 9 on that one.
All right.
So Thimble, 3 of 5 on the night. Trips to the right with Osman in the backfield. Ball rests on the 12-yard line. High snap, hands it to Osman, who is hit right away as Bryce Verse came right through the line.
That was a nice play by Mr. Verse.
And loss of a couple on that one. As a matter of fact, it's going to be a 6-yard loss.
Wow.
A loss of 6 on the play. Brings up third down.
So it'll be 3rd down and 7 for the Knights.
Into the ball game is number 53, Caden Lee for the Marian Knights.
Man in motion. That's Terrence Lane going to the top of the screen. Thimble flushed out of the pocket to the left. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to be wrapped up and taken out of bounds, well short of the first down. He may have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. They're going to actually not give him a yard, so no gain for Thimble. And Mike Davidson going to leave the offense on the field. So a big play here early for Coach Davidson's squad. Thimble, man in motion. It's going to be Aiden Hansen coming here to the near side. 3 to the right. Thimble rolling to the right. Thinking about throwing it. He's going to go over the top. He's got to roll open. Touchdown.
This touchdown brought to you by Troy Gill with Health Markets Insurance Agency. Call Troy with all your life, health, and Medicare needs at 574-360-0791.
Thimble rolling out to his right. And D-Roll just kept on running. Found himself some open space in the end zone and a nice pass by Mitch. And Thimble with a couple of touchdown passes. And now Lucas Primrose on to attempt the extra point. Thimble's going to remain out there to hold. Primrose trying to make it 14-0 here. Was just over 3.5 to go, and Primrose going to do just that. That's sneaking through. It's 14-0.
You know, that's Thimble's second touchdown pass of the night. First one was to Deuce Owens for a 10-yard touchdown earlier in the first quarter. And now we have about a 20-yard touchdown pass to Mr. DeRoll, number 17 of the Marian Knights.
We'll step aside when we come back. We'll bring you the scoring drive right here on the Regional Radio Sports Network.
To battle is to fight, to struggle, to overcome, and ultimately for the Marine Corps, it means to win. There is no alternative. It's not just a statement of intent. It's a promise to our nation. A promise kept for more than 2 centuries. A promise of the Marines.
I want to apologize. Our screen went completely pink for a minute as the ball on the kickoff is going to go out of bounds.
Flags on the field for illegal procedure, kick out of bounds.
So the Panthers
Gives the Panthers the ball on the Marian 35-yard line.
All right, best field position for the Panthers tonight, starting their drive at the 35-yard line.
So the scoring drive, 10 plays, 57 yards, 3 minutes and 50 seconds off the clock. Fimble with his second touchdown pass. DeRoll on the reception for 18 yards and pay dirt. And it's 14-0. So now the Panthers with the ball here on the near side and goes in and out of the hands of Lineberry.
Pass intended for Lineberry, incomplete.
Have some technical difficulty with our screen going pink once again. As now Weber rolls out to the right. Pass is picked off, and it's going to go the other way. And Joe Boone with another interception. And that's going to cut the Marian drive down, or the Washington drive down, rather.
Marian will start this drive 1st and 10 from the Washington 43-yard line.
So the ball will rest on the 43-yard line.
Mitch Fimble's still in at quarterback. Brooks in motion. Option left.
And Fimble
The keeper
will have it beyond the 40 on the keeper. They're going to give him about 5.
That's his 3rd rush this evening for a total of 4 yards.
Once again, we apologize for the technical difficulty with the screen turning pink on us.
Flags on the play.
As a
Offside.
flag is going to be thrown on Washington. It'll be offsides, and that's 5 free yards. That will also give Marian a first down.
This Marian Night first down is brought to you by J Mill Packaging and the DeRoll family.
There we go. We got our screen back to normal. As Fimble pass complete here to Brooks on the near side. He's going to cut over the 25 to the 20, still on his feet, to the 15, to the 5. He's in for the touchdown.
What made that play work? The reason why Brooks just scored on that touchdown was because of the block by number 1, Deuce Owens of the Marian Knights. He made a seal block and allowed Brooks to get around to the outside and scamper up the sideline, avoid a few Washington Panthers in pursuit, and then finally score the touchdown.
Primrose already a busy man here in the first half, looking for his 3rd extra point, and he will kick that one through the uprights, and it's good. And Marian already 21-0 up on Washington. We'll step aside. After this commercial, you're watching Knights football on the Regional Radio Sports Network.
Did you know there's a place right here in Mishawaka that provides comfort and care for families of sick or injured children? Ronald McDonald House Charities of Mishawaka gives families everything they need, whether it's a hot shower, a comfortable bed, or a home-cooked meal. This allows parents to truly prioritize the health and well-being of their child. Because of people in this community just like you, RMHC Michiana provides their services at zero cost to the families. Find out how you can volunteer or donate to rmhcmichiana.org.
That last Marian Knight touchdown was brought to you by Troy Gill with the Health Markets Insurance Agency. Call Troy with all your life, health, and Medicare needs at 574-360-0791.
We think we have found the problem with the pink screen as flag prior to the kick.
Flags prior to the kick.
That must be offsides against the Knights. Kickoff team was a little too eager and left a little too soon. So we're going to kick again, just 5 yards. 5 yards further.
So we'll back it up 5 yards and kick it again.
Number 1, Nashawn Ward is back to receive for the Panthers.
So Primrose will tee it back up again.
Can't tell if he's kicking with or against the wind.
He's going to be kicking the wind now going from north to south, and instead he'll squib it. And taken by one of the upmen at about the 25. And that'll be number 5, Xavier Walker.
Xavier Walker on the return. Return of 10 yards, sets up the Panthers.
So far, the Marian Knight defense has been dominant in this game. Not much offense from the Washington Panthers tonight.
So the scoring drive for the Knights, they go 43 yards in 42 seconds. 31-yard pass from Thimble, his third touchdown pass the night to Brooks. And it's 21-0. Marian threatening to blow the doors off of South Bend, Washington.
Here's the new quarterback in.
Here's the end around. As Coach said, new quarterback in. That's Elijah Young.
Elijah Young on the carry.
5'10", 150-pound junior.
He gained 7 yards.
That's the longest offensive play of the night for the Panthers.
Gain of 6 on the play.
Elijah Young stays in the game.
Young with a man in the backfield. Couple step drop. Fires it near side. And that one's going to fall incomplete. So after Weber goes 1 for 4 with an interception, Coach Johnson yanks his senior and is going to put in the junior Elijah Young. And Young immediately faced with a 3rd and 6.
Ball brought back to the 41. It's 3rd down and 6 for the Panthers.
So spread formation, 2 to each side.
Here comes
Here's the snap. Young quickly gets it out. Pass is complete. And the reception made by Reed. He's not going to have enough for the first.
Quinn Roan, number 4 for the Knights, with a nice tackle in the open field. Brings up 4th down for the Panthers, and it looks like their offense is staying out on the field. Why not? It's 21-0.
So they're going to give them 2 on the reception. As Coach said, 4th and 2 from the 43.
Oh.
And they are going to flip the field position. Brooks is going to scamper back. Panthers with 8 on the play clock. Wouldn't be surprised if they take a delay of game or a timeout here. And they are going to take a timeout on the field.
Timeouts are brought to you by Troy Gill with Health Markets Insurance Agency. Call Troy with all your life, health, and Medicare needs at 574-360-0791.
Tonight's game is sponsored by McDonald Physical Therapy and Sports Rehabilitation Center, located at 1005 North Hickory Road in South Bend. For over 3 decades, McDonald Physical Therapy and Sports Rehabilitation Center has been helping Michiana get stronger every day. Phone number is 574-233-5754. Their website, www.mcdonaldpt.com. So 4th and 2 for the Panthers. Ball sitting on the 43-yard line. And Elijah Young going to stay in for the punt.
Maybe there'll be a little trickery here. Let's see.
Brooks back on his 29. And the kick is a good one. End over end. Brooks lets it go. It takes a Washington bounce. And it's going to be downed inside the 5. Phenomenal punt.
Great play by
for
Washington.
Young.
Boy, Joe Boone brought the pressure right up the middle, punishing the Washington players trying to block him. He was going for the punt. Block the punt.
It will be a 59-yard punt.
That's almost as long as the field
55,
goal.
rather.
Almost as long as the field goal that was made 2 weeks ago by the Northwood kicker. 60-yard field goal. I couldn't believe it when I saw that stat.
Well, they're going to place the ball on the 3.
On the punt, sets the Knights up 1st and 10 at their own 3.
All right, well, this is a good exercise for the Knights. What to do when the ball is close to your own goal line. How to handle this situation.
So Fimble standing in his end zone. He's got Osmond to his right hip.
False start against the
Knights. Lots of movement.
Flags on the play.
It's going to be half the distance to the goal.
Half the distance to the goal for a false start.
The next thing that's going to move, Mike, is going to be this computer out the window if it keeps going back to pink.
Yeah. We just have to be better with our descriptions of the game. Thimble standing in his own end zone. He's
going to roll right. He's going to roll right. And fires.
Wow.
Do you roll with it? Completion. He's going to tiptoe the sidelines. And they're going to say he's out just short of the 20.
Hey, and this Marian Knight first down is brought to you by J-Mill Packaging and the DeRoll family.
So they're going to put the ball on the 18-yard line, of pickup of 16 on the play.
Gosh, I think Mitch Fimble may have thrown over 100 yards in this game so far, and we're only, again, in the first quarter.
Thimble, this time hands off to Osmond, and he's going to get stopped at the 20.
Number 41, Bryce First, just hit hard. Osmond stopped for a gain of 2. That was his 10th rush of the night for 91 yards.
So they have the ball, 2nd and 7 at the 21. Could be the last play of the quarter as Osmond around the left side. He's to the 25, the 30, still on his feet at the 35, and down at about the 39-yard line. It'll be another first down.
You know what I liked about that play? The play before, Osmond was hammered by number 41 of the Panthers, Bryce First. Then he bounces back, runs the ball to the outside for 20 yards down the field. Talk about a quick recovery from being hit hard. Oh, we got a penalty.
And another penalty on the play. It'll be a holding call.
Okay.
And they're going to bring it back. And the ball's going to be at the 19-yard line. So wipe away that impressive run for Osmond.
Ball brought back to the 19. 19, it's second down and
Thimble
9.
does not have to run a play. And he's going to snap it. A little bit of a high snap. He's going to go over the middle. He's got
He's
Darrell
wide
open,
open.
in and out of his hands.
Pass intended for Jack Darrell, incomplete.
They may have been going for a school record on that play for the longest touchdown pass ever. Not sure what that record is, but that would have been about an 81-yard touchdown play.
So 3rd and 9, 5.1 seconds to go. Here in a highly offensive first quarter if you're a fan of the Marian Knights. Thimble trips to the right.
Darrell is not even covered. No one is covering 17. He is wide open.
It's Thimble. Couple step drop. He's going to get flushed out of the pocket. He's going to get brought down. And that'll be the last play of the quarter.
In the backfield, and that will end the first quarter. The score Marion 21, Washington 0.
So we'll step aside and we come back. We'll have analysis of the first quarter. We'll get you ready for quarter number 2 here on the Regional Radio Sports Network.
Hi, this is Paul Condry of the Regional Radio Sports Network. That may be my professional title, but did you know that I'm also the son of a U.S. Navy World War II veteran and the proud father of a United States Marine? Let me share with you something very close to my heart. It's called the Semper Fi Fund and its program America's Fund, which provides immediate lifetime support for post-9/11 wounded, critically ill, and injured members of the U.S. Armed Forces, veterans, and their families to ease recovery and transition back home to their communities. The Semper Fi Fund, serving those who preserve our freedom. The basic idea that drives these efforts is simple. For as much as our heroes have sacrificed, they deserve the best care and support available in their hour of need, whenever it may occur. The Semper Fi Fund, a 4-star charity and an A+ rating, has served over 16,000 members since 2004. The Semper Fi Fund, serving those who preserve our freedom. For more information, visit them online at www.semperfifund.org.
Back here at the start of the second quarter, the Knights leading South Bend, Washington 21-0. J.P. Gilbert, Mike Rock, Liz Hoosier upstairs. We once again apologize for the technical difficulty with the screen going an absolutely ugly shade of pink every so often. Working diligently to figure out what exactly that issue is. But in any event, the Knights are going to be punting as they have the ball 4th and 15 at the 13-yard line. And the punt, going to be an end-over-end kick. It takes a bounce just before the 45, and it will come to rest at about the 48-yard line of Washington.
The kicker for the Knights that time was number 13, Mason Simonowski. 6'2", 145-pound senior.
49-yard line.
So the Panthers take over. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line of Washington.
All right, that was Marian's first punt of the night.
So the Panthers trying to do anything to cut into this lead. As Young back in at quarterback. Handoff goes right up the middle. And that'll be Tyron Reed on the carry.
Tyron Reed on the carry.
So they're going to give him 4 on the carry. Reed with only 2 carries for 5 yards.
It was a productive play. They came out on first down, got some positive yardage, trying to build a little momentum here. And that's what they want to see. Oh, officials timeout.
A little bit of confusion as in the backfield, Reed getting the glove adjusted. Longest play from scrimmage was a 6-yard carry in the first quarter, and here's a pass out to the flat in the far side, and finally taken down on that far side.
That was Xavier Walker, 6'2" senior, making the grab on that play.
Xavier Walker on the reception.
Maybe 3-4 yards on that play.
Well, they're only, from the spot, it looks like they're only going to give him they're going to say he lost yardage.
Lost yardage on that play? Okay.
Loss of 2, it's third down.
So it'll be 3rd down and 8 with Young standing at his own 45 in the shotgun. Trips to the right, 1 to the left. 3-step drop back. He's going to heave one down the field. Man in coverage on the play was Nashawn Ward.
Pass intended for Nashawn Ward, incomplete.
Covered by number 4, Quinn Roan. I'm really impressed by the Marian cornerbacks. Roan, number 4, and number 26, Cooper Suth. They seem to be pretty solid at covering receivers, not letting the big play happen.
So Young will be back to punt. Shouting directions to his line in front of him. Braxton Brooks deep for the Marian Knights, standing at about his 20-yard line. Young with the punt. It'll be let go by Brooks smartly, as there were 3 Panthers coming down on him, and downed by number 5, Xavier Walker. And the Panthers will take over.
Call Troy Gill, your local licensed insurance agent with Health Markets Insurance Agency in Northern Indiana. Choosing the right Medicare plan for you can be confusing. Let Troy help you find a plan that best fits your needs and budget. Call 574-360-0791 to speak with a licensed insurance agent for a free appointment virtually, by phone, or in person to review your specific needs and help find a plan that's right for you. Call 574-360-0791.
So the Knights back on the field offensively, up by 21.
Wow.
And here's Osmond. He's got a big hole. He's to the 40, and he's finally going to be brought down on a flag after the play.
Face mask?
Came in well after Osmond had been tackled.
Not sure.
Because we're waiting on the call, and it'll be a hold.
Oh, my. And
a face mask. They're both going to offset. They're going to redo the down.
We'll have offsetting penalties here. Hold against the Knights. Face mask against Panthers. So we're using this like it was last week at Penn. We'll just rub that all out and start again.
Well, Mike Davidson had talked about the penalties in last week's game against the Kingsmen. As the penalties both offset. Fimble sending Brooks in motion, still in the shotgun. Now he's got 2 in the backfield. And he's going to call his own number, and brought down after a minimal pickup.
Fimble on the carry.
So pickup of a couple for Mitch.
He's doing a good job running the offensive tonight. Very efficient, calm, confident. Moving the ball forward, which is what the offense is supposed to do.
So 2nd down and 8 from the 18. Fimble rolling out to his right. He's got a couple of men downfield. Instead, he's going to tuck it and going to duck out of bounds.
Boy, he has a special connection with number 17 to roll. It was to roll down the field again, just waiting for the ball to be thrown to him. Fimble not quite pulling the trigger.
I'm going to say he picked up 3 on that one.
Well, he's carried the ball quite a few times tonight. That's at least his 6th carry tonight.
So 3rd and 6 from the 20. High snap, hands off to Osman, and he is met right away, and what do you know? Another flag on the play.
Osman on the carry, flag on the play.
Oh, personal
This time-
foul.
Face mask.
And that's a big one. It'll be 15 tacked on and a first down.
This first down brought to you by Troy Gill with Health Markets Insurance Agency. Call Troy with all your life, health, and medical needs at 574-360-0791. And also this first down is brought to you by J-Mill Packaging and the DeRoll family.
At the 36-yard line.
So the ball will be at the 36 for Mitch Fimble and company. He's got 3 to the right. He's going to roll out here to the left. Pass is complete to Lane, and he will be stopped just short of the 45. So Fimble mixing it up. Fourth different receiver to catch a pass here in the first half. So it'll be 2nd down and 3 from the 43. Fimble with 2 receivers on each side. Now Brooks into the backfield. Fakes the handoff. He's going to call his own number. He's going to dive forward. He'll be at about the 45, so 2-yard pickup for Mitch. That'll bring up 3rd and 1 from the 45. So Mitch has had this offense clicking all night. And now 3rd and 1 from the 45. Knights lead at 21-0 on the strength of 3 touchdown passes in the first quarter. Fimble gets the snap, hands off to Osmond right up the middle. He'll have enough for the first down. And he is going to be met by number 57, Elijah Lax.
Boy, I don't know if you can see this at home from watching on the internet, but the center for Marian, Preston Shue, he has a quick snap, waist high to the quarterback almost every time. That just makes the offense run great from the start.
So 5-yard pickup for Osman. 1st and 10 at the 49. Pitch to Osman around the right. He'll get a block, but again, Laundry on the field.
Number 7, Kelton Verse again with a vicious hit. Boy, I've seen him do that at least 3, 4, 5 times tonight. He's one player you'd like to have on your team.
And it's a holding penalty on the Knights. And that'll back Mike Davidson's troops up.
Gosh, that's a lot of penalties tonight. For the
7
Knights.
penalties
Wow.
already.
Well, it is true. I mean, an official can call a penalty on almost every play. It just depends what your tipping point is when calling a penalty.
Got a scoreboard update. We'll get it after this play is over. As the handoff on the end around to Brooks. He's at the 45 to the 50, down to the 45 of Washington, and he'll be brought down looking temporarily for any laundry on the field, and there is none. So Brooks will have himself a first down.
Hey, that was a great block by number 7, Aiden Hansen of the Marian Knights. That really made that play work.
First down.
25 yards on the pickup.
22 yards.
Well, they'll give him officially 22.
That was a jet sweep to the left. Nice play by the Knights.
So Fimble again, shotgun formation, couple step drop back, going over the top for Owens, and that ball is incomplete.
That time, Fimble felt no pressure from the Washington defense. The offensive line built a wall that could not be broken through.
And Lineberry on the coverage. Scores from all over the state coming in. Concord up 7-3 on Northwood. Mishawaka 14-0 on Northridge. Plymouth 10-7 on Warsaw. Penn leads Adams 28-0. Elkhart leading St. Joe 17-7. Thimble going to find DeRoll. And Jack going to make a couple players miss. And he looks to have enough for a first down.
I have that as DeRoll being his third catch of the night for about 53 yards, and that includes a touchdown earlier in the game in the first quarter.
So a 12-yard pickup, and it's another Marian Knights first down.
Brought to you by J-Mill Packaging and the DeRoll family.
Thimble, a handoff to Osmond.
Wow.
Osmond's going to make a couple
He lost
guys
the
miss,
ball.
and he loses the ball. Washington says they have it.
They do.
And they do.
Legend Sutton, number 14 of the Washington Panthers, recovered that fumble. Oh, and I think he may have hurt himself when he fell on the ball. Knocked the wind out of himself. I've done that once or twice. Hopefully he'll be okay. Hopefully that's all it is. Oh, he's up and walking. I see a flag down on the field. I see a flag.
Yeah, there is a flag inside the 5. As the officials go over to talk to the Washington coaching staff.
Maybe it just fell out.
I don't think they know what the flag is.
Maybe it just fell out of his pocket, you know.
Oh, it's a personal foul on Washington. Well, originally the call was a personal foul on Washington. Personal foul, Washington.
But they retain possession of the ball. Okay. Brooks with a fumble. Osmond with a fumble.
So Washington's going to have it inside the 5.
You know, that is the first fumble that I've seen by a Marian Knight this year that I can recall. I'm sure that there have been others, but they hold on to the ball. They protect the ball pretty well, the Marian Knights.
Ball back inside the 5. It's 1st and 10.
Oh, I know the defensive line is thinking safety. Here we go. Here comes Boone with it. Here he goes.
And there's flags everywhere.
Oh, Marion was bringing the heat with Boone.
And it'll be offsides on the Knights.
Oh, Boone got there a little too early.
Yeah, 8th penalty of the first half for the Knights.
Yeah, not much offense from the Panthers tonight. And now they're stuck within the shadow of their goalposts.
Well, ball's going to be pushed up to the 9.
In a difficult situation here.
Is Young still in at quarterback? Standing at about his own 4-yard line. Low snap. Pass is complete on the far side. And it'll be close to a first down.
It's Joe Boone on the tackle.
Jaden Lineberry on the reception.
Lineberry on the reception.
See exactly where the placement is. They're going to say a gain of 3. So it'll be 2nd down and 2 from the 12. Clock continuing to tick. Under 5:20 to go until halftime. Young rolls out, fires it, caught here on the near side by Nashawn Ward, and he'll duck out of bounds just before the 20-yard line.
Pushed out of bounds by Quinn Roan. of the Marian Knights, number 4.
So a 6-yard pickup. It'll be a first down for Washington.
That's their first down of the night, I believe.
That is their first down of the night. It's also their longest play from scrimmage.
All right.
So a fresh set of downs for Jay Johnson's group. As Young will have 3 to the left. Ward down here to the right. Instead, it's going to be a handoff right up the middle. And a nice burst of speed by Tyron Reed. Going right up the middle.
Reed on the carry.
That's another first down.
On the play by Joe Boone.
It'll be an 11-yard pickup. And as Coach said, first down for the Panthers.
It's 2 first downs in a row for the Panthers.
So the first gain of positive yardage in double digits for the Panthers tonight. And they're going to go right back to Reed, but he is met immediately.
Caleb Johnson, number 99, with a tackle at the line of scrimmage.
Caleb Johnson on the stop.
So a loss of 2 for Reed. Brings up 2nd and 12, 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Washington trying to get on the board before the end of the half. They'll send 3 to the left. The pass is
intercepted.
Nope, and they're going to say it dropped. And a flag comes flying out.
They're going to call
this
pass
will be
interference.
interesting.
There is a flag on the play.
I'm going to call pass interference against the Knights.
It looked like player and ball were at the same time, but in any event, it is pass interference. So free yardage for the Panthers.
Well, that's 3 first downs now for the Panthers. They have a little bit of a drive going. Remember, this started within their own 5-yard line. So not only are they retaining possession, but right now they've driven the ball 38 yards down the field.
So 9 penalties for 56 yards for the Knights. And the ball resting on the 40. 3.5 to play in the first half. Knights lead at 21-0. Shotgun snap, hand off to Reed, who goes up the middle, picks up a couple.
Eric Logan, number 50 for the Knights, made the tackle. Looks like Marian maybe starting to stiffen up a bit. They don't like being pushed down the field this way.
3-yard pickup
Eric Logan on the stop.
for Reed. 2nd and 7 for the Panthers.
Reed has been their best rusher of the night for the Panthers.
They've given him the ball the last 3 carries. He's got 5 carries overall. Once again, Elijah Young in the pocket. And, gee, surprise, surprise, laundry everywhere. Who would have thought? And this time it's going to be false start against the visitors from Washington. So the 6th penalty of the game for the Panthers. Penn up 42-0 on Adams. North Miami up 14-0 on Winnemac at the half. Knox 16-6 on LaVille in the first. Bremen 21-0 on Glenn in the second. So Elijah Young spreading out the field, 2 on each side. He's going to be flushed out of the pocket, and the first one to meet him is Eric Logan with some help from Caleb Johnson.
Also number 51, Seth Kerzeder, in on that tackle as well.
Caleb Johnson.
And a timeout going to be taken by the Marian Knights.
Boy, how many yards did they lose on that one?
Loss of 7.
That was a 7-yard loss.
Timeout on the field called by the Knights.
That'll give us time to thank the Hoosier Spring Company since its founding in 1954. Hoosier Spring Company has developed into one of the world's leading manufacturers of custom springs for the aerospace, military, and commercial sectors. 3 generations of the Suff, Lentic, and Nitz families have demonstrated their commitment to Catholic education by providing tuition assistance to numerous students attending area Catholic schools and by providing financial assistance to numerous other Catholic school initiatives. Go Knights!
J-Mill Packaging is celebrating 50 years in business. As the area's premier box manufacturing company, the DeRoll family is committed to leading J-Mill Packaging as a world-class organization through innovative corrugated solutions and helping people win. Go Knights.
As the 3rd and 19 pass to the far sideline falls incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
So the Panthers started to move the ball, but were stopped. And now they will punt it again. Braxton Brooks going to stand back at about his 40-yard line. And the punt is a high punt. That can be a very, very dangerous situation. And after the drive stalls for the Panthers, the Knights will take over. It'll be 1st and 10. Marian at the 41-yard line.
Excellent field position for the Knights here with 1:53 left before the half.
Remember, they got 2 timeouts. So Fimble in the shotgun's got Osmond to his left hip. Couple step drop back. Fimble going to get flushed out of the pocket. He's going to fire it. It's going to be in and out of the hands of Deerall. That'll bring up 2nd down. Ball resting on the 41-yard line. 1:47 to go until the break. More scores continuing to flow in. Concord up on Northwood 14-10. Tippy Valley and Jimtown are scoreless. Roncalli all over Brebeuf 23-6. Flag on the play as the pass is going to be complete. And Deerall got smothered at the 40.
By number 41, Bryce Verse. Those Verse boys can hit.
But the flag was on the far side of the field. And it'll be a false start on the Knights.
If it's a false start like that, why don't they just...
They should have blown the play
stop
dead.
the play. If it's not going to count, stop the play. Use your whistle.
Knights with 10 penalties so far
Boy,
in tonight's game. Coach Davidson, he made mention in the interview.
Yeah, they got to get that cleaned up before the playoffs. And Marian has a very good team here.
So 2nd and 15 from the 46.
Got to eliminate those self-inflicted mistakes.
Fimble rolling out to his left, fires it. It goes in and out of the hands of not just Deuce Owens.
Kelton Verse.
But Kelton Verse as well. Good coverage from the senior.
Oh. Fimble has thrown the ball 12 times tonight for 121 yards. 2 touchdown passes.
Ball brought back to the 46.
1:42 left to go in the first half. 3rd down, 15 yards to go.
So Fimble with Osmond in the backfield to his right. He'll send a man in motion. Hanson to the far side. Couple step drop. Fimble pass is complete after it goes through the hands of his intended target.
I think that's
Braxton Brooks.
Usually offenses don't design plays to have two receivers in the same spot, but that time, for some reason, Marian did. It went through the hands of one, caught by the other. And this first down is brought to you by J Mill Packaging.
21-yard pickup as Fimble again goes to the air. He'll have it complete on the far side.
It's Brooks again.
And a timeout going to get called by Marian. The timeout is brought to us
by J Mill Packaging is celebrating 50 years in business as the area's premier box manufacturing company. The DeRoll family is committed to leading J Mill Packaging as a world-class organization through innovative corrugated solutions and helping people win. At J Mill Packaging, everybody matters. Let's go, Night Nation. Call Troy Gill, your local licensed insurance agent with Health Markets Insurance Agency in Northern Indiana. Choosing the right Medicare plan for you can be confusing. Let Troy help you find a plan that best fits your needs and budget. Call 574-360-0791 to speak with a licensed insurance agent for a free appointment virtually, by phone, or in person to review your specific needs and help find a plan that's right for you. Call 574-360-0791.
2 for the Knights.
2nd and 2 from the 17.
There goes DeRoll.
DeRoll with the run. The flag on the play. Flag on the play.
On the carry. Flag on the field.
Boy, before I even write down the stat, I'm going to wait to see.
Yeah, it's going to be a hold.
Boy, oh boy, what a nice play by DeRoll. Wiped out by a penalty.
So a hold on the Knights. That's the 11th penalty here in just the first half.
I almost think the officials want to keep the Knights out of the end zone. I hate to say that, but it just kind of seems that way.
3rd and 10 from the 25. Fimble fakes the handoff, goes right up the middle, dodges to the right,
still on his
and he'll be brought down. And a timeout going to be taken by Marian.
Timeout called by the Knights.
Eight-yard pickup for Fimble. And yet another timeout taken.
Yeah, you know, he's carried the ball for eight times tonight, and he's only gained 9 yards total. He's lost several yards from being sacked or getting tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Our coverage of Marian High School sports on the Regional Radio Sports Network is presented by our friends at Harris & Sons Construction. For over a decade, Harris & Sons Construction have offered full-service remodeling and construction. Projects include kitchen, bathroom, and interior home remodeling. In addition, Harris & Sons Construction also offers roofing, siding, and interior-exterior painting. For more information on the services of Harris & Sons Construction, phone number 574-514-2104. It'll be 3rd and 3 from the 18 after the run by Fimble. Fimble going to fire it through the hands of Lane, and it will fall to the turf incomplete.
That's his 15th pass of the night for Fimble, Mitch Fimble. He's thrown for 150 yards.
So that'll bring up 4th down and 3.
So in this situation, I think what's most important is you just get the first down. That's what's most important. You don't have to score on this play. Just get the first down.
Fimble going to fire it here near side, complete to Owens. And he'll be over the 10-yard line to about the 8. And that will be enough for a Knights first down.
I think they're still alive.
And catch by Owens, good for a very nice first down.
And that first down is brought to you by J-Mill Packaging and the DeRoll family.
So 31.6 to go. Ball on the 8-yard line. Ball on the near hash mark. Fimble with 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Osmond and now Brooks in the backfield with him. He's going to fake the handoff to Osmond. The pitch to Brooks. Wow. He's going to make one man miss and walk into the end zone for a Knights touchdown.
That was Brooks, right? That was Brooks.
So Brooks with the 8-yard scamper. And with 26.9 to go.
He really runs with some power. Not only can he fight his way through traffic out on the field, but he also runs with some power and speed. He's a good runner.
So the snap high, but the kick is up and good. And Marian is up 28-0 after the Primrose kick.
You know, I'm not sure that I've mentioned this in the broadcast before, but number 63, Isaac Walton, he's the long snapper on that play. Good snap.
Drive for the Knights. Minute 27, they go 41 yards, and the 8-yard run by Braxton Brooks. It's 28-zip.
And that touchdown is brought to you by Troy Gill with Health Markets Insurance Agency. Call Troy with all your life, health, and Medicare needs at 574-360-0791.
So the Panthers will get the ball back, although with minimal time on the clock. They have run 18 plays from scrimmage and only 1 from midfield. As Primrose kick, high end over ender. It'll be bobbled at about the 10. And the run back will get to about the 19, maybe the 20-yard line.
Tackled by big old 99 Caleb Johnson. You have a defensive lineman on your kickoff team sprinting down the field to make a tackle. He's a pretty good all-around football player. I noticed that as I was walking into the stadium tonight, I saw a picture of Caleb Johnson hanging from the football locker room, and he was holding a sledgehammer. That's about right.
So 22 and a half seconds to go. Knights lead at 28-0 as Young's pass falls incomplete.
Young's pass incomplete. Intended for Sutton.
18.5 seconds left in the first half, second down and 10. I really like to see Washington just run the ball to end the first half here.
Well, Young with 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Low snap, rolls out to the right, and running for his life. And he's going to heave one
That's
into the direction
gonna be
of the bench. No flag on the play.
There was no receiver in the area. I'm not sure of the rule. He was outside of the tackle box. So no intentional grounding. Okay. It must be.
So 12.8 remaining.
Ball back, brought back.
And that pressure was brought by the sledgehammer, Caleb Johnson.
20, it's third down and 10.
So this time they're going to go right up the middle with a handoff.
Hammered.
Handoff to Reed. And that.
Reed on the carry.
Well, there's going to be a timeout. Officials timeout.
Officials timeout for an injured player.
And Reed is slow to get up.
Yeah, he was hammered by Joe Boone. That was a vicious hit. From what I've seen this season, when Joe Boone hits you, you go backwards.
So Coach Davidson goes right up to the official. Once again, we want to thank some of our sponsors. Tonight's game brought to you by McDonald Physical Therapy and Sports Rehabilitation Center, located at 1005 North Hickory Road in South Bend. For over 3 decades, McDonald Physical Therapy and Sports Rehabilitation Center has helped Michiana get stronger every day. Phone number is 574-233-5754. Website, www.mcdonaldpt.com.
JML Packaging is celebrating 50 years in business as the area's premier box manufacturing company. The DeRoll family is committed to leading JML Packaging as a world-class organization through innovative corrugated solutions and helping people win. At JML Packaging, everybody matters. Let's go, Night Nation.
So the two teams are going to let the clock run out, and it's halftime. Here at Marian. The score at the half. Marian leads it 28-0. We come back, we'll have stats. We'll go around the state, and we'll have more analysis as we get you ready for half 2 on homecoming here at Marian High School. Knights lead it 28-0 right here on the Regional Radio Sports Network.
Did you know there's a place right here in Michiana that provides comfort and care for families of sick or injured children? Ronald McDonald House Charities of Michiana gives families everything they need, whether it's a hot shower, a comfortable bed, or a home-cooked meal. This allows parents to truly prioritize the health and well-being of their child. Because of people in this community just like you, RMHC Michiana provides their services at zero cost to the families. Find out how you can volunteer or donate to rmhcmichiana.org.
Hi, this is Paul Condry of the Regional Radio Sports Network. That may be my professional title, but did you know that I'm also the son of a U.S. Navy World War II veteran and the proud father of a United States Marine? Let me share with you something very close to my heart. It's called the Semper Fi Fund and its program America's Fund, which provides immediate lifetime support for post-9/11 wounded, critically ill, and injured members of the U.S. Armed Forces, veterans, and their families to ease recovery and transition back home to their communities. The Semper Fi Fund, serving those who preserve our freedom. The basic idea that drives these efforts is simple. For as much as our heroes have sacrificed, they deserve the best care and support available in their hour of need, whenever it may occur. The Semper Fi Fund, a 4-star charity and an A+ rating, has served over 16,000 members since 2004. The Semper Fi Fund, serving those who preserve our freedom. For more information, visit them online at www.semperfifund.org.
I answered the call. Together, we fought for our nation and its people. And even though I no longer wear the uniform, I am still a Marine. My service has come full circle. I will continue to support my country and my community. Then and now, Semper Fidelis remains my promise. Always faithful, always Marine.
Searching for meaning in a relentless world. But there is another path where the battle to belong begins. Awakened by a calling, united by purpose, defined by the cause you fight for. no one can take away what it means to be among the few, the proud, the Marines. Learn more at marines.com.
Beef O'Brady's in Granger is the place to go before or after the game. Locally owned and operated for more than a decade, they are a family-oriented business featuring a private party room with seating for up to 60 people, along with an outside patio area that can seat up to 20 guests. Located at State Road 23 and Bittersweet Road, Beef's has daily specials Monday through Friday and offers dine-in and carry-out service. They are also the spot to watch all of your sporting events. For more information, the website is www.beefobradys.com or call 574-271-1415. Beef O'Brady's, good food, good sports. J-Mill Packaging is celebrating 50 years in business as the area's premier box manufacturing company. The DeRoll family is committed to leading J-Mill Packaging as a world-class organization through innovative corrugated solutions and helping people win. At J-Mill Packaging, everybody matters. Let's go, Night Nation. Our coverage of Marian High School sports on the Regional Radio Sports Network is presented by our friends at Harris & Sons Construction. For over a decade, Harris & Sons Construction have offered full-service remodeling and construction. Projects include kitchen, bathroom, and interior home remodeling. In addition, Harris & Sons Construction also offers roofing, siding, and interior-exterior painting. For more information on the services of Harris & Sons Construction, the phone number is 574-514-2104. Call Troy Gill, your local licensed insurance agent with Health Markets Insurance Agency in Northern Indiana. Choosing the right Medicare plan for you can be confusing. Let Troy help you find a plan that best fits your needs and budget. Call 574-360-0791 to speak with a licensed insurance agent for a free appointment virtually, by phone, or in person to review your specific needs and help find a plan that's right for you. Call 574-360-0791 today. Health Markets Insurance Agency Incorporated is licensed in all states and D.C. Service and product availability varies. Agents may be compensated based on enrollment. No obligation to enroll.
Back here at Otulski Field, we truly believe we have the pink screen all taken care of now, as IU Kokomo has taken out IUSB in volleyball. Tony Condry and company will be joining us over here in a second. Some scores from around the state of Indiana. Elkhart over St. Joe 17-14 in the second. Penn leads Adams 42-7 in the second quarter. Adams, of course, will be the opponent for South Bend, Washington next weekend over at School Field. North Judson leads Triton 20-0. Knox over LaVille 20-12 in the second. Hanover Central 7-zip over Munster in the first. Concord 20-10 over Northwood in the second quarter. Mishawaka leads Northridge 14-zip at the half. Crown Point 14-zip over Valpo in the first. And Hobart 14-zip over Lowell in the first. We'll step aside as it's homecoming here at Otulski Field, and we'll be back with more here on the Regional Radio Sports Network.
Did you know there's a place right here in Michiana that provides comfort and care for families of sick or injured children? Ronald McDonald House Charities of Michiana gives families everything they need, whether it's a hot shower, a comfortable bed, or a home-cooked meal. This allows parents to truly prioritize the health and well-being of their child. Because of people in this community just like you, RMHC Michiana provides their services at zero cost to the families. Find out how you can volunteer or donate to rmhcmichiana.org.
Hi, this is Paul Condry of the Regional Radio Sports Network. That may be my professional title, but did you know that I'm also the son of a U.S. Navy World War II veteran and a proud father of a United States Marine? Let me share with you something very close to my heart. It's called the Semper Fi Fund and its program America's Fund, which provides immediate lifetime support for post-9/11 wounded, critically ill, and injured members of the U.S. Armed Forces, veterans, and their families to ease recovery and transition back home to their communities. The Semper Fi Fund, serving those who preserve our freedom. The basic idea that drives these efforts is simple. For as much as our heroes have sacrificed, they deserve the best care and support available in their hour of need, whenever it may occur. The Semper Fi Fund, a 4-star charity and an A+ rating, has served over 16,000 members since 2004. The Semper Fi Fund, serving those who preserve our freedom. For more information, visit them online at www.semperfifund.org.
3, 2, 1.
Back here on the Regional Radio Sports Network as the homecoming festivities continue. What do you remember about your homecomings?
I played football, so I was always on the field or in the locker room for the homecoming festivities. And I don't remember any teammates being allowed to participate in homecoming. That was back in the old days,
That was 10 years ago. What are you talking about?
That was more like 32 years, 34 years ago. Oh, my.
Now, for you guys had basketball homecoming, I'm assuming, as
but
well.
You see, but I was a wrestler as well.
Oh,
boy. Yeah, so the only time I ever went to a basketball game was to receive treatment from the trainers during halftime.
I see it.
Yeah.
I see how it goes.
Yeah. No, I would have loved to participate in this tradition of being a homecoming king or queen. It's fun to see the kids dressed up and representing their school and hearing their accomplishments being, said over the PA. It's fun. I'm glad the kids get to do it. And I don't know if you saw this in the broadcast, but each homecoming couple was brought to the field by an automobile. An automobile driving around the track dropped off each couple at the 50-yard line to be introduced.
Yeah, all those cars, about as old as our founder, Paul Condry. Just.
Well, one I think ran out of gas and had to be pushed around the track.
That sounds.
Does that sound like
Paul? Sounds a lot like Paul. As again, we're at halftime here at Otulski Field as the Knights basically had their way with the Washington Panthers 28-0. Mitch Fimble has been the story at quarterback. 3 touchdown passes in the first quarter alone. And pretty much it's been the defense that has shut down Washington, given the Marian offense a chance with good field position. And Fimble has basically just piloted them right down the field.
Yeah, Mitch Fimble in the first half has thrown for 16 times for 160 yards with 2 touchdown passes. And he has also rushed the ball several times. He has rushed the ball for 8 times for a total of 9 yards. He's run the ball much farther than that, but because of sacks or getting tackled behind the line of scrimmage, he's lost some yardage that way, but his net gain is about 9 yards on 8 carries.
Are you surprised that Washington made the switch at quarterback as quickly as they did?
No.
Gabe Weber was in there for just a couple of possessions, threw 2 incompletions and an interception, and before we knew it, Coach Johnson going through the depth chart and put in Elijah Young. And that last long, lengthy drive, they looked like they were having some momentum, but they got stopped at the 31. But, again, penalties, as you made mention, really hurt the Panthers.
Yeah, I'm not really surprised that Coach Johnson made a change at quarterback. The offense just was not making any progress down the field. And really, as the game has gone on, it really has been shut down by the Marian defense. As a matter of fact, I think that in total, passing and running together, in total, the Washington offense has a total of under 40 yards in the first half. That's just a dominant performance by the Marian defense so far.
Yeah, I only have them as with 22 yards on the night. They have 16 yards on just 8 carries, and then through the air, 6 passing yards on 9 attempts. That's not going to get it done here in the NIC.
No, and also when you throw in that interception, by the Marian Knights, that turnovers are costly as well as not being productive on offense.
Yeah, penalties also being the big story. Marian, 11 penalties for 71 yards. Washington, 6 for 44. You cannot have those in these kind of games.
No, as the season goes on, the players are getting more experience. They're getting used to playing in front of the crowd on Friday night. And, they really need to clean up that tendency of committing lots of penalties before the playoffs begin, because you don't want your season to end a month from now just because of penalties. I really hope that they can get that cleaned up. The holding, there's been a lot of holding, false start penalties against the Knights tonight. But at least they're not committing personal fouls. I haven't seen any of that. Their penalties have been honest, they've been clean, and not unsportsmanlike in any way.
As we look at the Marian offense, what's been your big key as far as moving the ball? Because they're just basically having their way with the Washington defense, whether through the air or on the ground.
Yeah, Marian has been able to run any play that they choose. The Washington defense really hasn't been able to stop them. As I said a moment ago, Mitch Thimble has thrown for 2 touchdowns tonight, thrown the ball 16 times for 160 yards. And then Osman, number 2 for the Marian Knights, he has rushed the ball 13 times for 122 yards. And that does include a fumble near the goal line. And also Brooks. Marian really does have a lot of offensive firepower with Osman and, Brooks. Brooks, I have, he's carried the ball twice for 33 yards. And, near the end of the first half, he scored a touchdown. And, and let's remember the receivers of the Marian Knights. Deuce Owens, number 1, he has caught the ball 2 times for 20 yards, and 1 reception was for a touchdown. And then you have number 17, DeRoll. He has 3 catches tonight for 53 yards and a touchdown. And then you have Brooks, who can run the ball, but he can also catch the ball. He has 4 receptions tonight for 69 yards. And he has also scored a touchdown. And then you have number 11, Lane, Terrence Lane. He has caught 1 ball for 6 yards. So, the Marian Knights, they as I watch them as the season goes on, their offense is very impressive. I would almost say potent. They are able to, move the ball down the field, whether running or passing. And something else to keep in mind about the Marian offense is their offensive line. The big boys up front, you have Preston Horvath, Caden Lee, Preston Shue, Mark Warbington, and Doran Brooks. And I've really been impressed with Preston Shue. As a former football coach, And player, I know the importance of getting a good snap to start the play. If there's a poor snap, nothing else productive can happen after a poor snap. And every time that I've seen Preston Shoe snap the ball, that ball has been quick to the quarterback and right at his waist. And also, Preston is able to block. And that's difficult to do because you're snapping the ball with one hand, you have the other hand up, trying to defend yourself against a defensive lineman who's trying to push you into the backfield. And that's a very challenging position, and he really seems to be anchoring that spot for the Knights. He definitely is a big part of why that offense is working tonight.
Tonight's halftime brought to you by Hoosier Spring Company and the Suff, Lentic, and Knits families. It's also being sponsored by McDonald Physical Therapy and Rehabilitation Center, located at 1005 North Hickory Road in South Bend. For over 3 decades, McDonald Physical Therapy and Sports Rehabilitation Center has been helping Michiana get stronger every day.
Beef O'Brady's in Granger now features tacos on Tuesday. Enjoy 2 tacos, your choice of chicken, steak, or fish, with chips and salsa for just $7.99. Located at State Road 23 and Bittersweet Road, Beef's is open for lunch at 11 a.m. 7 days a week. For more information, the website is www.beefobradys.com or call 574-271-1415. Beef O'Brady's, good food, good sports.
More scores coming in. Merrillville leading LaPorte 7-0. Michigan City over the Lake Central Indians 13-0. North Miami and Winnemac 22-14 in favor of North Miami. Knox and LaVille, it's 28-12 in favor of the Redskins. Hanover Central all over Munster in the first quarter, 21-0. And the Fighting Paul Condries, the Hobart Brickies, 14, Lowell 7, in a game where Todd Kibbe sent us his pregame and said they were expecting gusts of over 40 miles an hour. And when you run and don't pass as much as Lowell does, that has minimal effect. But Hobart is guiding themselves through the weather and up on the Red Devils 14-7. It's 28-0 here in favor of Mishawaka Marian. When we come back, we'll have more from halftime here at Otulski Field as you're watching Knights football here on the Regional Radio Sports Network.
Meaning in a relentless world. But there is another path where the battle to belong begins. Awakened by a calling, united by purpose, defined by the cause you fight for. No one can take away what it means to be among the few, the proud, the Marines. Learn more at marines.com.
Hi, this is Paul Condry of the Regional Radio Sports Network. That may be my professional title, but did you know that I'm also the son of a U.S. Navy World War II veteran and a proud father of a United States Marine? Let me share with you something very close to my heart. It's called the Semper Fi Fund, and its program America's Fund, which provides immediate lifetime support for post-9/11 wounded, critically ill, and injured members of the U.S. Armed Forces, veterans, and their families to ease recovery and transition back home to their communities. The Semper Fi Fund, serving those who preserve our freedom. The basic idea that drives these efforts is simple. For as much as our heroes have sacrificed, they deserve the best care and support available in their hour of need, whenever it may occur. The Semper Fi Fund, a 4-star charity and an A+ rating, has served over 16,000 members since 2004. The Semper Fi Fund, serving those who preserve our freedom. For more information, visit them online at www.semperfifund.org.
Did you know there's a place right here in Michiana that provides comfort and care for families of sick or injured children? Ronald McDonald House Charities of Michiana gives families everything they need, whether it's a hot shower, a comfortable bed, or a home-cooked meal. This allows parents to truly prioritize the health and well-being of their child. Because of people in this community just like you, RMHC Michiana provides their services at zero cost to the families. Find out how you can volunteer or donate to rmhcmichiana.org.
Go.
Our coverage of Marian High School sports on the Regional Radio Sports Network is presented by our friends at Harris & Sons Construction. For over a decade, Harris & Sons Construction have offered full-service remodeling and construction. Projects include kitchen, bathroom, and interior home remodeling. In addition, Harris & Sons Construction also offers roofing, siding, and exterior painting. For more information on the services of Harris & Sons Construction, the phone number is 574-514-2104.
Back here at Otulski Field, the Knights and the Panthers getting loosened up on their respective sidelines. We'll go back around the NICs. Elkhart's at St. Joe. Last we heard, Elkhart was up on the Huskies 17-14. Penn was all over Adams 42-7. Riley and New Prairie playing tonight over in New Carlisle. And Washington is here at Marian next week. A big one at Freed Field. The Elkhart Lions, which as of right now would be at 4-0 in the conference, will travel to Freed Field for quite possibly the NIC title, as that game will kick off at 7 o'clock next Friday. New Prairie comes here to take on Marian. The Cougars trying to get over the hump and be 2-2 after their game tonight against Riley. Adams and Washington, both teams as of right now would be 0-6 going into that game. Still lots of time here at Otulski. And St. Joe makes the trip to Jackson Field to take on the Riley Wildcats at 7 p.m. So both teams huddling around their respective coaches. Mike Davidson has his Knights 1.5 away from evening up their record at 3-3 on the year. And Coach Jay Johnson on the far side has his Panthers around him. The Knights will be kicking to start the second half, going from right to left on the computer screen or mobile device. The Knights are in the full blue uniforms with the white trim, white numbers on both the front and the back. The Panthers going from left to right on the computer screen or mobile device, as they are in the white tops with the green pants. Numbers in green on the front and the back.
To start the second half, Marian will kick off. Panthers will defend the west goal.
And the kick by Primrose will be taken at about the 10.
That's Xavier.
And he will be brought down. And the Panthers will start.
That tackle was made by number 6, Braden Smith, safety for the Marian Knights. That ball is at the 15-yard line.
So if you are just joining us, Gabe Weber started the game. And after 3 extremely short series was out of the contest. And it's been Elijah Young's show for Washington.
10 yards on the return sets up the Panthers. First and 10.
So the Panthers, after the 10-yard return, will have it 1st and 10 at their own 15.
You know, playing safety for the Knights, we have not mentioned this tonight, is number 20, Harrison Givens. When it looks like Washington has gone back to Gabe
They've gone
Weber.
back to
and a fumble and recovery.
Weber, and it's a fumble right off the hop.
Isaac Walton with the recovery. Good job, Isaac.
So Walton gets the fumble, and that's just been the epitome of how things have gone for the Panthers tonight. And the Knights will take over. Ball resting
I think we're
on the 11.
I think we're going to see Lucas Marr in at quarterback for the
Yes,
Marian
we are.
Knights.
So Marr in at quarterback. He's got Osmond in the backfield with him. 3 to the right. Fires it complete to the right side.
Deuce Owens on the catch.
Lucas Marr's pass to Deuce Owens, complete.
So Owens, 5-yard pickup.
Game 5 on the play.
And it'll be 2nd down and 5.
That's the 3rd catch of the night for Owens. 3 catches for 25 yards and a touchdown earlier in the game.
Knights can still get a 1st down.
I think they're going to
at the 1. They're going to fake the handoff to Osmond as Marr is going to get wrapped up.
That's Bryce Verse, number 41 for the Panthers with the hit.
And it'll be a 1-yard loss for Marr. 3rd and 6 from the 7.
Ball marked back at the 7-yard line. It's 3rd down.
Just a reminder, if the Knights do score a touchdown and get the extra point, the clock will begin to run. As Marr fires one complete and hit immediately was Braxton Brooks here on the near side. Jaden Lineberry was able to pop Brooks as soon as he caught the ball.
That was an excellent tackle. Brooks is a hard guy to get to the ground. Linberry with a nice form tackle wrap up, drove his feet, took Brooks to the ground. Nice play.
No gain on the play. 4th and 6 from the 7. Marr rolling out to his right, and there's going to be a holding penalty, but Marr's going to keep it himself. He's going to try to run for the end zone. He's in, but the flag on the play.
Touchdown on the play.
Number 50. I'm not sure. It must be Eric Logan. The Knights have 2 number 50s.
Nope.
Must
That's Logan.
Eric Logan just pancaked his man into the ground.
There'll be a holding penalty on the Knights, and that'll bring out the field goal unit. And Lucas Primrose going to try to keep his unblemished record intact. It'll be a 34-yarder, be the season long for Primrose.
Ball brought back to the 17.
He's 2 for 2, long of 33. Shoot a snap. Thimble with the hold. Here's the snap down. Primrose kick up, and it is no good.
Good.
And the kick is no good.
Okay.
So the Panthers defense holds.
I have not seen Primrose miss a kick since the Mishawaka game, and that was an extra point that I think was pushed back because of a penalty.
So Primrose now 2 of 3 on the season.
Also, I need to get my glasses checked because from up here where we are, I thought that kick was good. I think I'm the only one.
So Washington will take over already with the ball for the second time in this half, and the first pass by Weber overshoots his man by a good 3 yards.
It looks like they had a wide open receiver, Xavier Walker, but I think he had a case of alligator arms there.
So 2nd and 10 from the 20 after the incomplete pass from Weber. So both teams have played both quarterbacks tonight. Now Weber out of the shotgun. He's going to roll, and he's going to get smothered and brought down by Eric Logan.
Wow. What a good tackle. Drove his man to the ground. Wrap up, drove his feet, took the man to the ground.
That is a 10-yard loss. Logan with his 2nd sack of the season. He had 9 tackles for loss coming in, second only to Caleb Johnson's 12.
3rd down and 20 for the Panthers.
And it's 3rd and 20 for Washington. Weber gets the snap. As a man open on the far side momentarily, and he undershoots him. That pass for Lineberry incomplete.
It's 4th down and 20. Here comes the punting unit for the Washington Panthers.
And Braxton Brooks. He will be at about the Washington 36.
Boy, I don't think I'd want to punt the ball to Braxton Brooks. He's just been really elusive and fast tonight.
Well, Young, in the shadow of his own goalpost, gets the snap, brings it down. It's a nice kickoff. And that ball going to take a Marian bounce this time. It's going to go back towards the 25.
Down inside the 25, where the Knights will take over 1st and 10.
So here we are, less than 3 minutes into the 3rd quarter, and both teams have already had the ball twice. So Marian, 2nd time they've had the ball in Washington territory. They were held on downs and then a missed field goal.
The empty backfield. Here comes Brooks. In the hip pocket.
So Marr waiting for the snap, handoff, and driven back was Brooks.
I'm not sure who number 6 is. His name's not on my roster here. Boy, the Marian offense looked out of sync right there. That would be Noah Fry, number 6, Noah Fry for the Washington Panthers.
6'3", 220 junior. 3-yard loss on the play. This time a handoff up the middle. It's Osmond. He's going to get to the 5. He's in.
Wow.
30-yard touchdown for Brian Osmond.
That is his 14th carry of the night. Right now his total is 152 yards, and that is his first touchdown of the night. Boy, he was fast and elusive and hard to bring down on that play. And also remember the offensive line. The offensive line helped him achieve that. They had to block some people, open up some lanes for him to run through.
So 34-0 and a very important extra point kick for Primrose. Snap down, Fimble with the fake. He's going to heave it to the end zone, and no one within the same time zone of the pass. And that score will remain 34-0.
When I played and coached, we called that fire, fire, fire. If there was some kind of a bad snap or a bad hold, the holder would yell, fire, 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 and that would alert the tight end to run into the corner of the end zone and expect the ball to be thrown his way. I didn't see any fire from the Knights that time.
And that touchdown brought to us by our friends over at Troy Gill.
The touchdown was a 30-yard touchdown run by Brian Osmond.
Yep, brought to you by Troy Gill with Health Markets Insurance Agency. Call Troy with your life, health, and Medicare needs at 574-360-0791. That's 574-360-0791. And I also forgot to mention DeRoll Packaging. They bring you all the Knights' first downs this season.
So the touchdown drive, 2 plays, 44 seconds, goes 27 yards. The 30-yard run by Osmond after the 3-yard loss by Brooks. 34-zip in favor of the Knights, and that kick will go into the end zone. It'll be a touchback.
That kick in the air made it all the way to the end zone. I'm wondering if the wind was behind that ball.
Now Primrose came in 21 kickoffs, 3 touchbacks on the year. He has averaged just a hair over 49 yards per kickoff.
And that's a great weapon to have on your team, someone who can kick the ball far and accurately.
He has been a busy man tonight.
Especially when games are close. Games decided by 1, 2, 3 points, the kickers become very important and scrutinized. Who do we got in at quarterback here? Looks like number 18. Gabe Weber's back in. And
there is mass confusion. It's going to be a timeout called by Washington. And we'll take it with them. 8:21 to go in the third quarter. It's been all Knights, 34-zip. You're watching Marian Knights football, the Regional Radio Sports Network.
Hi, this is Paul Condry of the Regional Radio Sports Network. That may be my professional title, but did you know that I'm also the son of a U.S. Navy World War II veteran and a proud father of a United States Marine? Let me share with you something very close to my heart. It's called the Semper Fi Fund, and its program America's Fund, which provides immediate lifetime support for post-9/11 wounded, critically ill, and injured members of the U.S. Armed Forces, veterans, and their families to ease recovery and transition back home to their communities. The Semper Fi Fund, serving those who preserve our freedom. The basic idea that drives these efforts is simple. For as much as our heroes have sacrificed, they deserve the best care and support available in their hour of need, whenever it may occur. The Semper Fi Fund, a 4-star charity and an A+ rating, has served over 16,000 members since 2004. The Semper Fi Fund, serving those who preserve our freedom. For more information, visit them online at www.semperfifund.org.
The first down pass from Weber falls to the turf, incomplete. And that'll be second down and 20 as the Knights lead at 34-0. They've done it through the air. They've done it on the ground tonight. And now Weber, couple step drop, finds an open hole. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to be wrapped up and tackled hard by Eric Logan. And J.J. Gruber in on that tackle as well.
Weber on the keeper.
Looks like the Marian Knights are bringing some new players into the game. We have number 12, Simeon Smith, into the game. He is a senior.
So they're going to spot the ball at the 24. Be a 4-yard pickup. 3rd and 6 for Washington. Now Weber rolling out to the left. Has a man open. It is popped in the air and will fall incomplete.
That was Logan Boone on the pass breakup. Nearly intercepted.
So that'll bring up another 4th down.
Ball back to the 24. It's 4th down.
Looks like the Washington Panthers are going to punt.
It's going to be Lineberry back to punt. He's going to be standing at about his 9-yard line. And they're coming after him, and there's going to be a flag immediately as Brooks lets that one go. He bounces, he picks it up, and he's going to be tackled on the other side of the 50, but it's going to be a penalty on the Marian Knights. Now the question is it running or roughing?
Oh, it's roughing the passer. And by the way, that tackle by the Washington Panthers on Braxton Brooks, number 41, Bryce Verse.
Penalty on the Knights, personal foul, roughing the kicker.
That time Eric Logan was just a little, he needs to break down his momentum before he runs into the kicker. It was good effort. Just needs to stop before he runs the kicker over.
So a first down after the penalty.
What? Why is the ball all the way up there?
It'll be a 15-yarder.
Okay.
Ball marked at the 39.
And Weber again in the shotgun at the 35. He'll fire complete here at the 45 to Nashawn Ward. He'll be wrapped up.
Tackled by Simeon Smith of the Knights.
Smith on the tackle.
He's a 5'10", 177-pound. Oh, wait a second. 5'8", 146-pound senior.
So gain of 6 on the completion to Ward. And that'll have the ball spotted at the 45. 6.5 to go here in the third quarter. Now Weber getting flushed out of the pocket, and Logan slams him to the turf, and the ball is out. And Weber slow to get up. And the Knights recover the fumble. However, there is a flag on the play.
There is a flag on the play.
It's going to be holding against Washington.
Holding against the Panthers.
And that'll be declined.
And the result, it will be Marian's ball.
Wow, that was a vicious hit.
Washington 36.
So with 6:22 to go, ball will be placed at the Washington 36-yard line.
Well, that was Eric Logan again making a statement tonight in this game. Tackle causing a fumble. Tackle for loss caused a fumble. Looks like Marian with most of their varsity players still on the game at this point.
Well, Marr still in at quarterback. He'll send Hansen in motion. And there'll be the handoff to Osmond, to the 30, to the 25, 20, 15. He'll be brought down at about the 12.
Brian Osmond.
As the helmet came off of Bryce Verse, he'll have to go over to the sideline.
That's Osmond's 15th carry of the night for 176 yards. I know last year he was just shy of 1,000, finishing the season with 991.
He's got 54 in his last 2 carries. They're going to go back to the well again. Osmond around the right side. He's going to duck inside. Touchdown, Marian.
Wow, he is fast. And he is hard to tackle. And he only weighs 155 pounds. And he's a senior. Let's see, at the start of the game tonight, he had 443 yards. Add roughly 200 yards. He's going to be on his way to 650 yards by the time the night's over.
Primrose's kick is good. And it's 41-0 in favor of Marian. So the scoring drive, 36 yards to play as Osmond goes 12 yards to pay dirt. Second touchdown of the second half for Osman. Drive took 51 seconds. But a bulk of that came on the running clock.
Yeah, and a bulk of that was made by Mr. Osman, Brian Osman. It looks like Marian still has their varsity kickoff team in.
So Primrose will have it teed up at the 40. And he will launch one in the air with his right foot. Ball taken at about the 8. And finally the ball carrier, Ward, taken out of bounds over on the far side. Once again, reminder, in Indiana high school football, 35-point deficit in the second half. Clock runs. And we are at that stage, running clock for what will be the duration of this contest.
Ball marked at the 24. It's first and 10, Washington.
All right, beginning to see some new players out on the field. At left corner, we have number 85, Terrell Lane.
So Weber back in
grader.
the shotgun. He's going to have a quick pitch to Fry. Correction, that's
Guess who makes
number 5. That is number 5, Xavion Walker, around the right end.
It was Terrell Lane who forced him out of bounds. Number 85 for the Marian Knights.
They're going to give Walker a gain of 6. It's their longest gain of the second half. They've had only one play hit double digits so far, and a run up the middle by Fabian Gallen.
Fabian Gallen on the carry.
They're going to give him 5 on the pickup on the second down carry. As now Joe Johnson Jay Johnson beginning to empty out his bench as well. And going up top is Weber, and that pass is batted away.
By number 27, Devon Henderson, a 10th grader, 6 feet, 141 pounds. I got my first varsity playing experience in games like this when I was an underclassman. Big lead. I remember getting into the game. It was such a exciting moment.
The clock continuing to tick down, under 3 minutes. And the pass complete on the far side
Tackled
to
by
Walker.
Number 10, Parker Rosinski. The Marian Knights, number 28.
It'll be a 13-yard pickup.
Yeah, 13 and a first down for the Panthers.
So Panthers starting to move the ball. As the time continuing to dwindle, it'll be an official's timeout. So again, Weber hands it off, and again, Gallen going to run right up the middle, right through the middle of the Marian defense.
Gallen on the carry.
About 15 yards. Well, this has been Washington's best drive of the night.
And they are into Marian territory for the first time tonight. As Weber's pass complete on the far side, and tiptoeing the sidelines was Lineberry.
Lineberry on the reception.
That's another first down for the Panthers. Well, they have a nice little drive going.
Be a 16-yard pickup.
Gain of 16 and a Panther first down.
Panthers inching closer to the red zone here.
There goes Gallen.
And again, Gallen this time, he's going to get hit
Boy.
quickly, and a group of Knights finally bring him down.
Where was this guy earlier in the game?
Give him a pickup of 2 on the play.
He's got some fresh legs.
The 6'1", 210-pound junior.
He is a big boy. 210 pounds is a big boy to tackle.
This may be the last play of the third quarter. It's Weber going to fire for the end zone.
He's got it.
And he's got it for the touchdown.
23.
Touchdown pass.
23-yard touchdown pass.
That's to Jalen.
Number 3.
That is Jaden Lineberry.
Lineberry with the catch.
Jaden Lineberry on the touchdown reception for the Panthers.
So 41-6 now.
That's Lineberry's third catch of the night for 43 yards total, and now a touchdown.
Well, Lineberry's going to line it up for the extra point. It's down and good.
Okay.
Score is now 41-7 at the end of 3 quarters. Here from Otulski Field. We'll come back with the fourth quarter here on the Regional Radio Sports Network.
Hi, this is Paul Condry of the Regional Radio Sports Network. That may be my professional title, but did you know that I'm also the son of a U.S. Navy World War II veteran and a proud father of a United States Marine? Let me share with you something very close to my heart. It's called the Semper Fi Fund and its program America's Fund, which provides immediate lifetime support for post-9/11 wounded, critically ill, and injured members of the U.S. Armed Forces, veterans, and their families to ease recovery and transition back home to their communities. The Semper Fi Fund, serving those who preserve our freedom. The basic idea that drives these efforts is simple. For as much as our heroes have sacrificed, they deserve the best care and support available in their hour of need, whenever it may occur. The Semper Fi Fund, a 4-star charity and an A+ rating, has served over 16,000 members since 2004. The Semper Fi Fund, serving those who preserve our freedom. For more information, visit them online at www.semperfifund.org.
41-7, the score here at Otulski Field is getting set to start the fourth quarter of action.
We have a new return man for the Knights, number 85, Terrell Lane. He's a sophomore.
Wouldn't surprise me if Coach Davidson just empties the entire bench. And Lane going to watch that one go out of bounds, and
it's actually a really smart play, whether he intended to do it or not. He let the ball roll out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. That's a penalty. The ball will be moved up to the 35. Yeah, it's time to get some of the younger players some experience at the varsity level. This is really important for development. It probably drives the players a little the coaches a little crazy, trying to get kids in and out of the game. It's a little stressful as a coach because you want everyone to get a chance to play. And when they get to play, the expectation is they still play at a high level. We're not just in there to just play for the sake of playing. We want to go in there and execute, and we want to run the offense like a varsity team.
And we're going to see our third quarterback of the night for the Marian Knights as the handoff as Jackson Simonowski is the quarterback.
Just a 10th grader. How exciting for him. Get some varsity playing time here.
As the carry was for a yard. Simonowski with man in motion. The handoff is going to go right up the middle.
Run. That's Kean Roan.
So his second consecutive run. Ball's going to be spotted at the 40. So 4-yard pickup.
Who we got in at center there? Looks like number 78 for the Knights. Elon Larson, 10th grader.
Man in motion, that's McHugh. And the handoff's going to go, or the fumble is going to be recovered by Roan. And in any event,
you know, a lot of these players that are running the Marian Knight offense, they may not get a chance at practice to run the Marian Knight plays. Usually those players with a role on their team is to be the scout team, and usually what they do at practice is they run the other team's plays. So I'm not surprised it's a little bit rusty by the Marian Knights.
Well, Lineberry was back to punt. The punt's going to be downed at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, because the offense probably doesn't get a lot of time to practice. Most of that time at practice is spent with the varsity players running the offense. But this is the future of the Knights out here, right? You have a lot of underclassmen that are playing, that are getting this varsity time, maybe their first varsity time out on the field. And, you know, down the road, this is going to help them be better players. Also for the Knights on the defensive line is number 77, Wiley Legis. He's in the 11th grade, 6'3", 287 pounds. He's a big boy.
Panthers offense setting up at the 34. And the pass is overthrown on the far side by Weber. Intended for Ward on the pass, incomplete. So I'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 34. Clock just continuing to melt away on this final Friday night in September. Here's Weber rolling out to his left. He's going to duck out of bounds. He's going to hurdle the bench.
He's going to say hi to the fans.
Going to say hi to the Marian students and as he'll pick up 5 on that.
Gain of 5 on the play brings up 3rd down and 5.
So 3rd and 5 for Weber and the Panthers. Weber marched the Panthers right down the field the last time they had the ball.
Officials timeout.
And an official timeout on the field.
The clock has stopped with 8:03 remaining in the contest.
See some of the Knights that are out on the field. Maybe we haven't mentioned their name yet. Number 56, Dorian Brooks, an 11th grader.
So play will resume. The clock will continue to run as Weber in the shotgun takes one step, fires it to the right side. It's complete for a 1st down.
Nice tackle.
Jaden Lineberry on the reception.
Terrell Lane getting his second varsity tackle tonight.
Terrell Lane on the stop.
10th grader.
So an 8-yard pickup. First down for Washington.
And a first down for the Panthers.
So Weber, who's been very effective these last couple drives, he's going to hand the ball
off to Gallon. He's got about 3 yards. Gallon is their leading rusher tonight.
Tackled by Braden Semi. I think that's Cerny.
Been very, very impressed with Gallon as he's come off the bench as we're under 7 minutes now to go in regulation. It's been all night since the beginning. Thanks to 3 first-quarter touchdown passes by Mitch Fimble.
There he goes.
And Gallon.
About 15 yards.
On the first down run.
They're going to mark him down.
And I see a flag out on the field.
Yes, there is a flag.
There is a flag on the play.
And Washington marching back like it's against them. And it will be against them. It's a holding. So we erase that run by Gallon. It'll bring up 2nd and 6 from the 49.
Boy, oh boy, there were a lot of Knights in on that tackle. Big old 76 was over there. Gunnar Lorman, 10th grader.
Weber's pass complete to Walker.
So the pass complete to Xavion Walker on the far side. Pick up a 4. Bring up 3rd and 6. Here's Weber. Straight drop back. He's going to get flushed out of the pocket.
Oh.
And he's going to run for it. He's going to get the first down. A nice slide. And he'll have enough for the first down.
Number 33 for the Knights, Braden Cerny with the tackle.
A 10-yard pickup. Panther first down. Keep on rolling, keeping that Knights offense on the sidelines. And Gallon, again, another hard run. He'll be inside the 40 to about the 38-yard line. Going to give him the 38. It'll be a 3-yard pickup. That's 2nd and 7 from the 41. Once again, Weber trying to go over the top, has a man open, and it is a touchdown. Lineberry with the catch.
That was
what a throw by Weber.
That was a well-thrown ball. Or that was about a 35, 40-yard.
41-yard touchdown pass.
That was a beautiful throw and catch.
Well, Weber threw that where only Lineberry was going to get it.
That one play more than doubled Weber's total for the night. His passing yard total.
As the extra point unit gets set to come on the field. Lineberry's kick is through the uprights. 41-14 as the clock continuing to tick down.
That was Lineberry's 4th catch of the night. 1 touchdown. And he has a total of 84 receiving yards. There are some bright spots with this Washington football team. I mean, that was a really solid throw from their quarterback just now. You have the Verse brothers crushing people on defense. They have some bright spots.
Panthers go 8 plays, 66 yards, 647. The majority of that was due to the running clock. But in any event, 2 very solid drives here in the second half for the Panthers. And back-to-back drives with touchdown passes for Weber. As the kickoff taken at about the 8. And coming here on the nearest side to about the 30. Down to the 35 was Lane. Good effort by the sophomore.
That's a 40-yard return. Getting some congratulations from his varsity teammates on the sideline. I wonder if that's Terrence's younger brother, Terrence Lane.
So we're going to see the 4th quarterback in.
All right.
Ben LaCava, the freshman, and a flag already thrown well before the play was even run. Should we expect anything less?
It's got to be an illegal formation.
Illegal substitution.
Oh, illegal substitution. Can we just let that go since there's only 2 minutes left in the game? And yeah, Ben LaCava, a freshman, 5'7", 118 pounds, getting his first varsity experience.
Couple step drop back, fires it, nicely completed.
And he's a lefty.
Pass complete to Gabriel Dripp, so a freshman to a freshman.
All right.
And the
pass complete to Drips.
Nice
now
run.
the run by Vinny Gruber, yet another freshman.
Vinny Gruber on the carry.
Wow, he ran with some authority.
So the class of 2028 starting to get some of their guys in.
He ran with some authority. Vinny.
17 yards on the carry and a Marian Knights first down.
First downs are brought to you by J-Mill Packaging and the DeRoll family.
So after the completed pass to Drips,
there goes Vinny.
Now here comes Gruber again down around the outside, still on his feet down past the 30. And that might be the last play of the game.
Nice job, boys.
And the Knights
Gain of 14 and the Marian Knights
will have yet another first down. And that will do it for tonight's contest.
And that last first down of the night is brought to you by J-Mill Packaging and the DeRoll family.
So that's going to do it. 41-14 the final. We come back, we'll wrap things up from Otalski Field as the Knights win on homecoming 41-14.
Hi, this is Paul Condry of the Regional Radio Sports Network. That may be my professional title, but did you know that I'm also the son of a U.S. Navy World War II veteran and the proud father of a United States Marine? Let me share with you something very close to my heart. It's called the Semper Fi Fund and its program America's Fund, which provides immediate lifetime support for post-9/11 wounded, critically ill, and injured members of the U.S. Armed Forces, veterans, and their families to ease recovery and transition back home to their communities. The Semper Fi Fund, serving those who preserve our freedom. The basic idea that drives these efforts is simple. For as much as our heroes have sacrificed, they deserve the best care and support available in their hour of need, whenever it may occur. The Semper Fi Fund, a 4-star charity and an A+ rating, has served over 16,000 members since 2004. The Semper Fi Fund, serving those who preserve our freedom. For more information, visit them online at www.semperfifund.org.
I answered the call. Together, we fought for our nation and its people. And even though I no longer wear the uniform, I am still a Marine. My service has come full circle. I will continue to support my country and my community. Then and now, Semper Fidelis remains my promise. Always faithful, always Marine.
Did you know there's a place right here in Mishawaka that provides comfort and care for families of sick or injured children? Ronald McDonald House Charities of Mishawaka gives families everything they need, whether it's a hot shower, a comfortable bed, or a home-cooked meal. This allows parents to truly prioritize the health and well-being of their child. Because of people in this community just like you, RMHC Mishawaka provides their services at zero cost to the families. Find out how you can volunteer or donate to rmhcmishawaka.org.
Back here at Otulski Field, the Knights defeat the Washington Panthers 41-14. And before we wrap things up, we're going to name our players of the game for both teams. We'll start with the Washington Panthers, and there are a couple of players on the defensive side that were making big hits all over the place that really caught your eye, Coach.
Yeah, number 41, Bryce Verse, and his brother, number 7, Kelton Verse. They are a couple of players you would like to have on your team, any team. They hit with authority. And not only can they hit, but they also were breaking up pass plays and making tackles on special teams. And, you know, those are a couple of nice players on the Washington Panthers.
And for the Marian Knights, again, a plethora of kids we could choose from. I'll let you go first because I think I've got mine that's different than yours.
Gosh, when I take a look at the statistics and I think about the game, you can give it to just about any player on the field. You know, a couple of players that really stuck out to me. One was Eric Logan, number 50 for the Knights. He had some vicious tackles on the field tonight. But also, you know, Brian Osmond on offense. He rushed for almost 200 yards. He was almost unstoppable. 16 carries. 1 touchdown. He did cough up the ball one time. But those would be my picks.
I'm going to go with the quarterback that started the whole thing. Mitch Fimble throws for 3 touchdowns in the opening quarter. He played the first half, and he was absolutely on target. He was able to run the ball with his feet. But, again, you could give it to anybody.
You know, that's
offense, defense, the special teams were great. The coaches were great. I mean, this was a complete team victory tonight for the Marian Knights.
You know, one thing that Marian has that's definitely a strength is that they have 2 quarterbacks, 2 varsity caliber quarterbacks, and I believe they are both juniors. And you know, that's just a luxury that, you know, as a coach you just really like to have.
So that's going to do it for our coverage of Marian Knights football. The Knights improved to 4-2 on the season. They improved to 3-3 on the season. The Panthers fall to 0-6. Washington 0-4 in conference. Marian now 3-1. Next week, Washington will be at home. They will be at School Field. They'll take on the Adams Eagles at 7 p.m. The Marian Knights will come right back home to Otulski Field. They'll welcome the New Prairie Cougars into town from New Carlisle. And New Prairie, second best defense overall in the conference. They had only allowed 44 points coming into tonight's action. Tonight's broadcast of Marian Knights football brought to you by the United States Marine Corps, Ronald McDonald House, the Laborers International Union of North America, Beef O'Brady's, McDonald Physical Therapy, Troy Gill, Jamal Packaging and the Durrell family, Hoosier Spring Company, Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, and Harris & Sons Construction. For Liz Hoosier and my broadcast partner, Mike Rock, JP Gilbert saying once again, final score from Otulski. Marian wins it 41-14. We'll see you next week from right back here at Otulski Field. Good night, everyone.